Welcome to Sad Boyz, a podcast about feelings and other things also. I'm Jarvis.
I'm Jordan.
And we're joined by two very special guests. You know them?
You know him.
You know
Hopefully.
Yeah.
It's not.
You
like him.
like them.
You like him.
Maybe you love them.
Whoa. Jesus.
We've got Graydon. And we've got, why did I forget your name? Don't say it. It's going to come to me right now.
Oh, wow.
Got him.
Oh my God.
It's Max.
It's not Max.
It's Robert.
It's not that either.
It's Riley.
It's
Oh no, what are you
it's
doing?
HIVEMIND.
It's highly.
HIVEMIND.
It's
yeah, burn to start. I like this.
I don't like it.
Hot seats on.
Hirely.
Ooh, you're high tier.
Riley. John C. Riley.
Yeah,
Close enough.
There you go.
That's close. Yeah, that's fine.
Riley John C. Savage.
Mindly the Hive Rind.
Hey, what happened to John Cena's
Sorry,
head?
dude, I didn't get any sleep last night.
John Cena's head.
What happened to his head? His head's all weird now.
Does it have like the lines in it?
It's
Does it look
gone.
different?
It's got. You know when like Mac from Always Sunny got jacked and he just got a new face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of happened in reverse. Like John Cena's still jacked, but his head is like looks like an Easter Island head now. Like, see,
What?
that's normal John Cena head.
Right.
And then the
where's the
third
weird
one is the
one?
different one. With where his haircut is different.
Is this like the conspiracy theories that Eminem has been replaced
by John Cena?
That's not true.
with like a different person?
I feel like Mac having a new face wasn't because he got jacked. I think he just got like some work done. Because that's when he became friends with Ryan Reynolds and like.
Brought a soccer team.
Yeah,
and,
like he went Hollywood. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, he betrayed the bar. Doesn't work at Patty's anymore.
Holly weird. Yeah, Ryan Gosling has those like rosy cheeks now, and it's like, did you have those before?
In the Mickey Mouse Club, he did.
What was that? People were like, did he get?
I don't know.
Is rosy cheeks an option?
I don't
Like,
yeah, you go to a plastic surgeon, you go, I want to be a adorable little guy.
Do you have a sailor outfit for me?
I want to be a cute little cartoon character. Is that possible?
I wanted the kind of face where I could wear like a propeller beanie. You know, it would really
Says a
land.
picture of Sailor Moon. He's like, that.
Doing the pose. How you guys
Fighting
doing?
Evil by Moonlight. Oh, sorry, I was still on Sailor Moon.
That's all right.
How are you guys doing?
I'm good.
Hey, I love that.
I'm all right.
I love a honest answer.
Yeah, Maso Menos has been my answer for about the last month.
More or less.
Yeah.
For our monolingual people who only speak English.
Come on, you don't know that.
What?
You don't know. You
What
don't know how
don't I
many
know?
languages I speak.
Oh, not for you.
Oh,
I was
well,
talking to the audience.
We would never say that.
Lo siento.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you for that.
And I'm Riley.
Hi, Riley.
Yeah.
Hi,
Riley.
And he's doing all right.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem.
Yeah.
Man.
Tell him what else.
What?
Tell him more about how I'm doing.
'Cause you talked about it. You
He's
talked
a
about
little
it, right?
tired.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Is it actually Michigander is the term?
Michigander, yeah.
That's
Michigander. And if you live in the UP, you're a Youper.
That's more
so
fun.
when you said it, I heard Michiganda as in like propaganda from Michigan.
Oh, right.
Michiganda.
That's what you guys are
The
doing that?
Michigan.
Yeah, we're doing that. Eminem's doing that.
From South Africa.
Yeah.
Michiganda.
As people that are like...
no relation to ashwagandha. That's a different
you guys
thing.
are obliged to love Eminem no matter what.
For sure,
What do you
yeah.
think of that bar where he goes, Antichrist, why can't you just be nice? Look who's talking dog like Brian from Family Guy.
I mean, that's beautiful.
I liked that one actually. Dog, look who's talking. That's awesome.
I could barely sleep because I kept thinking about it.
That's all right.
I
You
literally
guys,
kept waking up through the night just going like Brian from Family Guy.
I've been
guess he
thinking
does.
about the J. Cole Rick and Morty line.
Wait, what line's that?
It's the punchline is like as much as Rick and Morty switch dimensions. Jacob, type in Rick and Morty switch dimensions.
you guys
J.
really
Cole.
put this guy to work.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
There's
Oh
your-
yeah, to switch my whip as much as Rick and Morty switch dimensions.
Oh, that's
hard.
Yeah.
It's,
He
no,
sells
it's
his
actually
whip.
like it brings a genuine smile to my
Yeah,
face.
that's hard.
Do
He
you know the
leases
one-
cars a lot.
The one that I love is the sing-songy one where he said, "Dick so big it's like a foot is in your
Yeah,
mouth."
that's good.
Oh yeah, that's
Whoa, weird proportions.
J. Cole does that in a sing-songy little nursery rhyme.
oh wait, that is on. Yeah, it's like the Jeremiah
Planes?
song.
Planes,
Yeah.
Dude.
That used to come on my Pandora playlist.
How's the Sunshine State, California for you?
It's lovely.
He keeps doing that. It's not. It's Florida.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the Sunshine State.
Yeah.
This is the high tax state.
The windy state.
The windy state.
No,
The state of brotherly love.
there we go.
The no lake state.
No, not like us.
No,
the Family Matters state.
Can we restart the podcast?
the Euphoria state.
Oh, there you go.
There we go.
Now we got
Has
it.
it been
Back on
euphoric?
track.
Family
Do you guys
Matters.
come down much? I mean, I've seen you guys here once or
It's
twice.
really
but-
over. It's not really down, but yeah, we're over here
It's
quite a bit.
definitely down. Michigan to LA is down.
A little.
What's that? What are you doing with
That's like the longitude.
yeah.
We can see Canada from our house.
Yeah, but it's south of us. That's the tricky part about Windsor.
That's true.
It
yeah.
curls up under.
So
us.
we're, even
know.
north, we're north of Canada. And so it's
Partially,
definitely-
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, I don't trust maps.
I don't trust Canada.
Yeah.
Oh, you really think you're out there?
Okay, buddy.
Bullshit, dude.
It's a lot of land. And
What
you
are they
have,
doing with the rest of it?
2 million people live there, and it's that big.
It breaks my brain how it's impossible to adequately like create a globe or a map. So there's a bunch of to proportion. So there's like a bunch of different projections that
Right.
like, focus on different things.
And how Europe just went, no, it's sus.
How like in the
The big
Mercator
one.
projection, like Africa's really small.
England's
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah, it's like, and I
United
wonder
Kingdom.
whose idea that was.
Okay, come on, man.
Yeah,
Well,
so
you should've
Probably
made
white
one.
people. Probably colonizers and stuff. Yeah.
I hadn't considered that, but thank
Yeah,
you.
I would think about
Honestly,
that.
I'm going to read about it.
Or it could be corporations. Big map.
Big map.
Big map?
There
Yeah,
is.
Big Map.
I mean, there is Big Map.
It's really big.
There is Big Map, and then there's like map copywriting, and there's paper towns.
Yeah.
and
I saw a
Small
big
map.
map in a museum one time.
MapQuest and
Big
There's
as
Map
fuck.
Quest. Shout out.
You went to a museum with a map. Just it.
Those early ones are hand drawn. They're quite beautiful pieces of work. You should
That
open
is
your mind
true.
to other
Oh,
kind
yes.
of art.
Wow. Turns out I hate art. I guess actually.
Well, that's. I think now
why I
we're
have
really
no
getting
taste.
to it.
Well, I don't think we've had anyone come along with an entourage before.
Really?
You guys
Yeah,
roll
this
good.
is, you guys roll
travel
deep
heavy.
like rappers.
Yeah, we're from Detroit, and you know,
Makes sense.
Right.
The
8
six.
Mile, you know.
the thing in Detroit is if we went on a podcast in Detroit, you guys would have 2 guns apiece,
Right.
and so we need the protection
Yeah,
of
yeah,
other
yeah, yeah.
bodies.
The open carry laws are weird, so I go with katana.
Well, 1 gun is a piece, 2 gun is a pair.
oh, that's right.
Got my pair on me. Hey now.
Also, a lot
You're
of
a
our
rock
friends
star.
wanted to meet Young Lean, and then when we showed up, we realized it was
Yeah,
different thing.
we've been in like an ongoing beef with,
Sorry, Jay.
with Young Lean.
Yeah, that seems happening.
Yeah, it's a thing. We didn't know about each other, and we have no association.
You should have him on.
But yeah, we should. We
Try
should
to make
squash
peace.
the beef.
They are like
together.
us.
They are,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
we're all like each other.
I think Kendrick is free. We could do like a whole music video.
Oh, Kendrick.
Uniting
Yeah, he's not
us.
locked up.
Yeah, Kendrick right here, Young Lean right here, and you guys right there.
Right.
And Drake standing in the corner.
Yeah.
Young
It's all right,
Gravy.
come back on here.
Young Gravy in the back, but you can only see his shins up through his knees. He's like
I
poking
s-
through the ceiling.
I saw a tweet this morning about how like Kai Cenat and Aisha Speed are playing Minecraft.
True.
And Drake texted Kai asking him what the objective of Minecraft was. And then someone tweeted he heard minor and had to DM real quick. And then Kendrick allegedly liked it,
Jesus Christ.
which I think is awesome.
You can't see likes on.
The guy who posted
the
it
notification.
posted the verified tab.
yeah,
And so it's like you could still Photoshop it, but it's funny.
The funniest thing to me is that 2 grown men are watching Kai Speed play Minecraft.
That's what all of our friends have been doing since we got here.
Well, yeah, but they're younger than Kendrick and Drake, and they're without children.
Yeah, we're all really young. I just want to say, I'm like young and stuff.
Young
Yeah.
and cool.
Yeah.
Young and cool
Hot.
and hip.
Fortnite, you said?
I love it. That stuff. A cranky 90s.
Remember I don't know if this is gonna hit for anybody. Remember those VH1 shows like I Love the 90s?
Oh,
of
yeah.
course. Loved
Like,
them.
With Michael Ian Black.
Yeah,
yeah.
and just like all of the panels, like Gabrus was on like some of those.
Is that what that? Because I've heard the term before. Is it literally just like it's? I love the '90s. Like what did this president do?
all the cool stuff
It
through
was
the
a
90s, and they just talk
VH1
about it.
show, and it was like I Love the Blank, and literally they would just have a panel of comedians talking about like Rubik's cubes and like other things
Pet
like,
rock.
that were
The Ronald Reagan failed assassination attempt.
right. They were like that was crazy. I was 9 and that was insane.
Yeah.
Funniest assassination attempt.
They do like 1 sentence each.
Yeah.
And then just whatever makes it makes it.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and then from what I've heard, they like would film for a day in that chair and just like say a bunch of like lines,
Yeah.
and then they would just some editor who was not being paid enough would cut like a single quip for
I loved
everything.
that
Yeah,
show,
it was
dude.
great.
I
Yeah.
absolutely
I learned
loved that
so
show.
much random information.
Yeah,
I want them to do that now for like the 2000s and 2010s. I feel like they could do it.
They
did
absolutely
the
could do it.
2000s, I think.
They did. I love the 2000s. Yeah, probably.
They did.
Do you ever have that one song or that one TV show that you just can't stop binging? You lose yourself in it. You can't stop telling your friends about it.
That is exactly what it feels like when you find out that Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for $15 a month with a 3-month plan.
Prior to switching to Mint Mobile, I probably could have supplied an entire family with phones. Yeah, it was many times $15.
Friends don't let friends overpay for wireless, so say bye-bye to your overpriced wireless plan and say hello to Mint Mobile.
Mint Mobile is here to rescue you and the whole squad with $15 premium wireless plans.
All plans come with high-speed data and unlimited talk and text on the nation's largest 5G network. You can use your existing phone and bring it on over with all of your existing contacts.
Don't have to change your phone number or nothing.
To get this new customer offer and to get your 3-month premium wireless plan for just $15 a month, head on over to mintmobile.com/sadboyz. That's mintmobile.com/sadboyz.
That's right, cut your wireless bill down to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/sadboyz.
$45 upfront payment required, equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Speed slower, above 40 gigabytes on unlimited plan. Additional taxes, fees, and restrictions apply. See Mint Mobile for details.
Now back to the show.
I was here like a year ago out to eat with a few friends, just like eating outside. And Michael Ian Black walked by, and I was just like, oh my God, that's Michael Ian Black.
Yeah.
And everybody at my table was like, who?
You
I
yelled
was
at
just
him,
like-
I love the 90s.
I was like, I remember those shows? They were like, no. And then I was like, Wet Hot American Summer?
I
Like,
had to unfollow Michael Ian Black because he was just getting into like all these political arguments on Twitter.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And I was like, I don't know what's going on here. There's too many characters involved that I'd rather not learn. So I just like opted out of the conversation.
I opted out too. I almost mentioned it, but I was like, I don't even know what his position
I
is
don't-
on anything.
that's the thing. I don't even know what his position
I don't know
is.
if it's wrong or right.
It's like every time he
co-wrote-
replies to something, it's too many paragraphs for me to like suss out like what's going on.
I believe he co-wrote a book with Chelsea Clinton.
He did co-write a book.
Is that
with
one of the
someone.
Clintons?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're more.
10 points to Gryffindor. Wow. We do not stand with her.
Wow.
I had Harry Potter books in the background. I think they're like down there. They're from when I was a kid. Everybody, it's not a statement. I didn't know it was in the background at the time. Do not stand with J.K. And that is not just kidding. That is serious.
Come on,
Get
seriously.
into hot
She
water.
sucks.
You should have been on I Love the 90s.
I know.
That was a good one.
I did love the 90s.
Is there one called like I like the 90s, but I was a little young.
Yeah.
I love Ed, Ed and Eddie, which I think is like 2002.
I was 6.
I love the late 90s and the early 2000s.
Yeah. Well, he has some thoughts on J.K. Rowling that
What?
he shared on the internet before. So,
Oh, yep.
yeah.
Oh,
Not going to go into him, though, because
Yeah.
I'm protecting your guys' podcast. And what
Yeah,
I said
totally.
was
You're pumping your fist in the air and you're
about
smiling.
death.
Oh,
yeah. I'm
Lee
saying just-
Hollows.
You could Google it. You know what I mean?
oh, okay.
For like people who don't know who we are. Maybe
Jacob,
they
no,
Google
just
it.
kidding.
Jarvis doesn't even know who you are.
Well, I know, yeah, but now he does because I said I'm.
No, I
Riley.
did. No, that was so weird. I was like so focused on
Oh, we're not going
saying.
to forget that.
I know, and
Oh, I forgive easy. I don't care.
It's no, but I don't. I always State Farm remembers.
You have to forgive me. Did I do something?
Yeah, I've got to forgive me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I am my own worst enemy, like that song.
By Lit.
By
I
Lit.
love the 90s.
Yeah, I love the 90s, dude. So this morning I saw this clip of Theo Von interviewing Donald Trump, which is like such a bizarre thing that happened.
Right.
Dude.
Because Theo Von like last week was interviewing like Bernie Sanders. What?
Is it the cocaine bit?
Yeah. It's so interesting.
I love it.
Maybe we keep it, maybe we don't. But it was just like, I've never seen Trump. I saw a tweet that said like, I've never seen Trump this interested in another person. and it's true. I've never seen him ask a single question about someone else.
Yeah.
And so that's what I found most, because this isn't even political. It's just Theo Von talking about drugs and then Trump being like, interested.
Oh, all right. I assumed it was because Theo Vaughn. It's just him talking about like a kid from his hometown that was made out of spiders.
Oh, and then I saw another tweet about like, it was a tweet about how Theo Von is like the son of this like aristocrat Polish guy.
I guess that makes sense.
And it's true, but also his dad was like 70 when he was born or something like that.
72.
No,
Yeah, something like that.
Damn.
So he's kind of like Barron in a lot of ways.
Yeah,
Kinda cool,
maybe that's they
actually.
bonded over that.
Not that he doesn't have eggs. I met Donald Trump's son.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. You want to?
Oh, Bear.
Yeah. And wait, he was a baron or he was an aristocrat?
He was a baron.
A duke, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
He went to Duke.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, D1.
Hopefully
I'm more of a
didn't
Tar
play
Heels guy.
lacrosse.
Yes,
But, hey.
scholarship.
I got a whole castle.
I loved in the Theo Von Trump thing that Theo just kept trying at the beginning. Like Trump is just steamrolling ahead, and Theo throws in one joke and no reaction from Trump. So he didn't hear it.
He is not generous.
Like at one point they're talking about
comedically.
heart attacks at UFC.
No, it was he's telling like that great story. It's actually funny to hear Trump tell like a childhood story. He's saying he was at the Ali Frazier fight back in the day. And he's like undefeated heavyweights. You didn't have UFC back then, so it's a big fight. He's like, it was in Madison Square Garden. And it was so exciting. People were having heart attacks. They're pulling him out of the building.
Yeah.
People are just having heart attacks. Heart attacks.
Theo Von goes, oh, well, I mean, you could have a thick soup, have a heart attack.
And Trump's like, yeah, actually, one of my friend's fathers had a bad one. A bad heart attack.
Yeah, it was great.
That's such a fun idea to like just start talking about death within about a minute.
Yeah.
Just be like, yeah, okay, cool, man. Yeah.
He asked him about his sons in the beginning too, and he's like just running through his sons, and he's like, Baron, he plays sports, other sports like soccer, very good soccer player. And then he gets into Eric and Don, and they're both good hunters apparently. Okay. And he's like, great hunters, the animals, the guns, they hunt. They like the outdoors.
He doesn't know that two different people.
He's like, Don told me I'm very lucky. 130 yards isn't that far after all. And Theo's like, oh, like when they tried to shoot you?
Yeah. And then he was like, they say he was a pretty good shot too. Disturbed person, but pretty good shot.
Yeah, he threw him a compliment.
The guy who
Was he famously bad at shooting?
That's
he got
so
cut
weird.
from the team, which they have. They have a gun team.
I don't.
That's the Midwest,
I never
baby.
know like if whenever people leak like internal things to the media. But I saw something about how Trump has been watching like that video of him like the assassination attempt like over and over again.
Play it again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
He's learning how to dodge it.
Honestly, I probably would.
and I'm
too.
like, he probably has like PTSD, which is like a serious like thing. It's
Yeah,
like even if
that
it's
is
like
serious.
Trump, who's like I think not a good man, but it's like still like the humanity. It's like sucks to nearly be killed and also like have PTSD, but he
Right.
sucks.
But it's so crazy that now, even more than before, I don't know if this is a symptom of that. All he talks about is numbers and crowd sizes to a level that I've never seen, where it's like there's no real conversation happening anymore. He's just like,
Huge.
They say that I had numbers they had never seen on Facebook. Zuckerberg said that before, and I was like, what do you mean numbers they've never seen on Facebook? Like,
They invented new numbers.
I was like, what?
There was also the X thing where like they were. Him and Elon were like inflating the amount of views.
Oh, he
that
kept
thing
being
was
like,
getting.
"Oh, they say there's millions of people watching." I was looking at it,
Yeah.
and it was like 900,000.
Yeah.
And I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, 80 million? Is it 80 million? He goes, "Oh,
someone in the back still.
he goes,
80 million.
They say it's
What is he-
bigger, even bigger."
This is a short clip, so let's just watch this.
No,
real
I would
quick.
just do cocaine. That was really, yeah. So not just,
That's,
And it was-
that's down and dirty, right?
yeah.
I love that. That's my favorite quote.
Cocaine
So,
will make
you're way up with cocaine more than anything else you can think of.
Cocaine will turn you into a damn owl, homie. You know what I'm saying?
Turn you into a
You'll
damn
be-
owl.
You'll be out on your own porch, you know. and You'll be your own street lamp. You're freaking.
And is that a good feeling? While
No.
it's a miserable feeling.
But you do it anyway, just like the guy you're saying with the Scott.
Dude, Trump,
That is so great.
Trump was a yuppie businessman in the 80s.
Now, is cocaine a stronger up than a glass of scotch?
And you drink that one? He's like wiping dust off his nose.
And does that feel good when you're an owl?
No,
Sounds interesting to me.
no, sir. It
You could
does
be your
not
own
feel good.
street lamp.
He has such a way.
I do think like I can't imagine Trump's a good enough actor to pull that off, though. He seems like he
that's true.
genuinely
No, it seems like he's genuinely
doesn't
interested.
understand cocaine.
Oh yeah.
Well, he gets told it's like the vitamins he takes every morning.
Oh yeah.
They've been bringing it to him. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you like a Princeton's gummies?
Go out on a limb and say he's done cocaine.
He said he's never smoked or drank in his entire life.
He said
What?
there's 80 million migrants rushing the border to steal jobs too. And that's a lie.
So mixed. We got mixed stuff.
Yeah.
He was playing Two Truths and a Lie.
I have heard
Two Truths.
I have heard that he doesn't drink like in social like gatherings and stuff.
He said he's never drank.
never drank.
A guy went to Epstein's Island. He did coke one time.
Yeah.
I refuse to believe it. He was a businessman in the 80s.
He's an introvert.
Isn't that a thing with like sociopaths, or like some of them are like less likely to?
Right, he doesn't
abuse
need
any
anything to be a
substance?
street lamp. He's just built. He's just
already a mechanic.
Yeah,
It's not going to keep him awake. He's already sat in bed with his eyes open every night.
Yeah.
I'm waiting.
I feel
I
like
don't
they
know.
got him on Adderall, and he doesn't know what that is.
True, yeah.
Yeah, no, he
He's definitely on the Ozempic.
Yeah, they're saying he's on the Ozempic now.
Ozempic.
That's the sponsor.
You know.
Like I remember hearing those ads, and then like it just like. Actually, I was like, okay, this is a hit. You know,
They got something.
someone
there.
call Rick Rubin, and but then Ozempic became a big craze, and I got nothing else to say about that.
Awesome.
Understood.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I've never
You guys
seen...
look great, by the way. You do not
Thank
need
you.
Ozempic.
Hold
You guys
on.
look awesome.
Keep going.
What?
Which... Continue.
Oh, I'm good. That's all I got.
I actually did. I ordered some. I've been trying to like experiment with ways to feel full because I'm like kind of always hungry.
Emotionally or hungry?
I'm well both.
Giving up on...
Okay.
Yeah.
option one,
So like, in this particular moment, I'm talking about food, but we can talk about the other part.
We'll get there.
After that. So
when we get to Hawk Tua Girl.
when we get to
we'll
Hawk
start
Tua Girl,
about
that's
that.
when we're really talking about emotional fulfillment. I got these like Quest bars, protein bars, and I like it was like a DoorDash situation. So I got a bunch of other
DoorDash
groceries.
Quest bars.
Well, and other groceries, but for the purpose of this.
Another quest.
I mean, do you want the whole receipt? But I DoorDash Quest bars and just that. And the woman was like, "Are you on a diet?" And I was like,
None of your fucking business.
"Yeah." I was like, "That is such a personal question."
Which one do you like?
My response was, "Kinda."
Is that okay?
Yeah, I was like, "I don't know what this is right now." And she goes, "Why?"
I was just kind of hitting on you.
I was like, I don't have time to talk about my insecurities. just drop the bag.
Please. Give me my 300 quest bars.
Yeah,
Not
put the
much for
Quest
small
bars in the
talk,
bag.
but runs a podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
All the small talk.
I know.
outside
I'm a
of that.
man of many contradictions.
Does anybody else feel like they're being tricked when they have a like vegan chocolate or something? Like I'm trying to supplement the desire to have like candy or something, and I have the not as bad for you one or whatever. I'm like, you can't lie to me. This is wrong. This isn't working.
I think with me, I just don't lie to myself, and I have the chocolate anyway.
Oh, yeah, brother.
Yeah, it's also like it's a misnomer that like it's healthy. I think
Right.
it's you know it's like because you can be vegan and unhealthy, you can be vegetarian and unhealthy, all those things. But I will say in LA, there are places that do like completely gluten-free, vegan, whatever, and then it's incredible and amazing. And so I think that there's just like the science is like we're like just getting over the hill where it's like starting to get good. Like even with like the Quest products, like the tortilla chips and stuff that they have, you're like, hang on.
You win this round. Quest.
This is a supplement for a Dorito, I think.
You on a diet?
Yeah, maybe.
I definitely think it's better than it ever has been.
Yes.
Because I grew up with food allergies, so I would have like replacement whatever.
Right,
It'd be like
right.
peanut free this or dairy free this, whatever. Back then it was terrible. It
Right.
was like not. It wasn't easy to eat that stuff.
you guys-
so I just avoid it.
You guys dig California? Like, or is it like that? There's a Michigan comfort that you're missing out on.
I like visiting here.
Yeah.
I do. I wouldn't live. I couldn't
Yeah.
live here. I don't
The
think.
in California, like it's very expensive, but it is also like LA specifically. You could have like any sort of dietary restriction, and like there's going to be like a fancy restaurant you can still go to.
Yeah.
Do you guys? I mean, maybe this is a personal question. Other than allergies, do you have any dietary restrictions? Is that a hard thing to like manage in Michigan? Not saying like Michigan is not like it doesn't have big towns, and I think we have oat milk everywhere now.
Right,
But when I
right.
go back to like there was a time when I would like go back to Florida or the South, and I'd like ask for almond or oat milk, and they'd look at me like, "The hell are you talking about?"
Yeah, I have IBS as well, and so there's like triggers I have to avoid or whatever. And I noticed the difference is like on the DoorDash app out here, you can like make changes to everything at every restaurant, and like there's a bunch of Mexican restaurants in Detroit that it doesn't even let me say, hey, no cheese, no sour cream on the
Yeah.
tacos, you know?
Yeah.
So I just don't order from those places on an app.
Right.
I could go in there and say,
Right,
hey, no
yeah.
cheese, no sour cream. But
And
like,
they
makes
say
sense.
like
stuff like that.
Riley, I have a question for you about IBS because I
Yeah.
just had a colonoscopy.
Oh, okay.
And,
not on
Congratulations.
purpose.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
doing all
a
right.
slip trip. Yeah. And just because I had some stuff going on that I was curious about.
Sure.
And one of the things that I think I have my appointment on Friday to like discuss the results, but they gave me a bunch of information like as I was like waking up from being under and they explained like, oh, like you maybe have, and it was maybe GERD or something. But they're like, oh, so it might feel when you eat certain foods that like food is sitting in your chest. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, I feel like that all the time. And now I can't remember what they described to me that I have. So I do have the appointment on Friday. I'll be able to ask. But do you ever get that feeling?
I've had it a few times, but like they thought I had like Crohn's and all of those
Okay, yeah,
things.
yeah,
And
yeah.
then IBS is like a process of elimination thing. So they test you for everything. And if they don't find anything, but the symptoms are consistent with like stomach problems or whatever, they just
Yeah.
are like, oh, that's just IBS. It's
trying to
just kind of
give
like
you
Is that like
term.
elimination diet, like Whole30 thing where you're like eliminate and you like build back up and adding in things and try to see where the
I've
dam
just seen
breaks?
like the low FODMAP thing or
Yeah,
whatever, and
I've
it's just like no avocado, no
Yeah.
black pepper, no garlic. like,
that
stuff like
that shit sucks.
Yeah, some of it I still have it every once because it's like that is tough to avoid.
I sneak
Yeah.
a little garlic in his food.
Yeah, just a
Yeah.
little bit.
Did you know that?
Hey, treat
Yeah, it's
yourself.
fine.
He likes it.
He likes
He
it.
doesn't
tastes
want to
good.
know what's in there. He just
Yeah.
wants to taste
He just
it.
wants
Tastes
to taste
good,
it.
and then I feel terrible.
Do you
This
need
is
another,
better than expected.
A lot of butter, too. A lot of butter.
Do you need another throwing up break, by the way? You've been taking them every couple minutes.
I thought you said you were gonna cut those.
Oh, we'll remove them. It's just that, like, I'm trying to kind of put the pieces together, I suppose. Ooh, peanuts.
One last thing I wanted to talk about before we jump into our main topic for today is this is just something that personally annoyed me. And sometimes when things personally annoy me, I just make it everyone else's problem. In the form of like sending it to our Sad Boyz group chat, and I'm like, everyone look at this thing, and then it'll be like, this wasn't enough for me. I need to now talk about it on the podcast. So this is okay.
shit,
So I
excellent.
found this post. I screenshotted this post when it had like a few hundred likes, and then I checked back later, and now it has 100,000 likes. So I'm glad that a lot of people have seen this. But in case you haven't,
Yeah, I saw the picture, but I didn't read the thread.
we're about to read the thread.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
worry.
good.
So this is so I have a personal annoyance with super tech bro people or tech brained people on the internet or super AI brained people on the internet because I used to work as a software engineer in the tech industry, and I've kind of like become super it like just aggravates me in a special way because not everyone, not painting with a too wide a brush, but especially with a lot of these people with a platform, they do like LinkedIn posting everywhere where they're like, I just had a death in the family. Here's what that taught me about SaaS businesses or whatever. You know,
and
here's
then,
what-
I do.
Here's what that taught me about B2B sales. 1 out of 57 or whatever. So this guy goes, I'm European. I recently visited the USA. Already a red flag, by the way.
Yikes.
I recently visited the USA for the first time since 2018, hitting up Las Vegas and New York City, very representative cities for America.
Hitting them up.
Hi.
What
Las
I
Vegas?
witnessed left me stunned.
Whoa.
Do we have any theories on the 15 American oddities he can't wrap his head around?
Homeless people, no public transportation, drug use, gambling, expensive drinking, obesity.
Diversity?
Vegas and New York are pretty diverse.
That's what I mean. Like, is that potentially the objection?
Oh, too
that he might
diverse
have?
for them.
Depends how European this guy is.
This is
Unsupervised children, maybe.
I'm sure that all of these are represented because this guy has the most like milquetoast basic observation of America that is like so played out and but framed like it's a novel insight.
Yeah.
Well, I'm surprised by that because he took such an interesting picture.
yeah.
People who take pictures like this usually have good
It
opinions.
looks like he's like getting up so he can get in frame. Just
I
like,
love when you see someone take the stiffest selfie
Yeah,
of all time. They're like,
well, that's kind of fucked up because this was taken by Victor Wembanyama, which is why it's so much higher
oh,
than
yeah.
Who's also a European hack.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he's a good shooter, but he left a little too much space at the top. I
Yeah, a
think.
little too much headroom. That's
Yeah.
just because he has personal trauma from being 7'5".
Oh, he's outside the Sahara. Our friend just stayed there.
Oh,
That's way down the strip.
The
You got
European?
Resort World down that way, and then the Pepper Mill's up there on your left, which is a great 24-hour diner.
Hey, you
The
know
Rat
what?
Pack used to hang out there. It's fucking sick.
Relax, man.
There's a conversation circle or a pit, or
I'll take
whatever.
it.
Oh, I do
It's
love
got
a
a
conversation
fireplace
pit.
in the middle. A fireplace.
That's nice.
Okay,
It's
let's-
nice.
She does look kind of sick.
All right.
In the US, money is an open topic, unlike the taboo it has in Europe. I noticed that people are excited to talk about their work and financial success without any negative vibes. As someone who likes these topics, it felt freeing to chat about it with other like-minded people.
Oh, so he's into it.
I love talking about my financial success.
I thought this was going to be all negative.
Finally a place where I can express myself.
That's cool.
He was left stunned by his liberation.
I went to Las Vegas, and a lot of people were talking about money.
America has these special tables for cash.
Fast food was disappointing, huh? I was so excited to try American fast food after watching tons of YouTube reviews, but man, In-N-Out was such a letdown. The fries tasted like cardboard, and the whole experience was just meh. I give it a 2 out of 10.
You guys in and outed since you came out?
I like the receipts.
Yeah.
They're so they taste. It's just a texture thing.
Yeah, they
taste
They got
good.
thick receipts. over
Did
there.
you eat the burger?
No, I can't. I can't have bread.
Oh, jeez.
I don't like the In-N-Out fries, but this is just such a common. This is like the In-N-Out complaint that everyone like.
The fries spot.
Oh yeah,
I guess
the fries
maybe-
aren't good.
Maybe in California, I just hear it constantly, where it's like people are just like, "Oh, In-N-Out, a little overhyped." I think.
Yeah,
right.
I also think it's just like the misconception is that people care.
Yeah.
Like who's coming? Who's like, no, In-N-Out's great. It's like I don't work for them. I don't care. I
And
don't
these
own
are also.
stock.
This also left him stunned.
Yeah, he was stunned, and also I'm like,
What do you order? 4 burgers?
yeah, it's too many.
Stunned by how many burgers they give you when you order it.
Also, like, I get it if you're from like Minnesota and you're going to California, you're like, oh, let's try In-N-Out. But
Yeah.
do people in Europe come to the US and they're like, let's try that In-N-Out?
Yeah, finally.
No
You know?
kidding. I will say the first thing I ever ate when I moved to California 10 years ago was In-N-Out.
Oh, really?
Because the guy that picked me up was a friend of mine that's from SoCal, and he was like, I got to show you the culture.
Let me show you the world.
Hey, come over here, little European man.
Yeah,
And I was like,
shimmering,
how much
splendid.
money do you make?
I guarantee you, and I don't want to look at the 2.2 thousand replies to this, but
What?
I guarantee you
God.
at least one of them is talking about how he didn't get anything animal style and
Yeah.
he's missing out.
Yeah.
Because the In-N-Out defenders are out there.
Yeah, those people are just so boring.
I like animal style though.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's
It is.
fine.
Have you ever noticed?
Mostly doggy.
Yeah, it does.
Sorry.
What are
the
the
fuck,
What
man?
are the other ones? There's doggy and
There's
I don't know. Next.
all right, I got
No,
this
let's
one.
go back to mostly doggy.
I guess if cowgirl means like you're the cow, right?
Yeah, I'll take that burger, mostly doggy.
Yeah, I guess you're a horse. Wait a minute.
Well, there's
Yeah.
What if they called it like
I guess
outlaw?
in like cowgirl, you're the cow, right? No, never mind.
What?
All right.
Yeah.
Cowboys are
Cowboy.
catching cows on a horse.
Who's the cow?
Oh, so I'm the horse.
Yeah, you're
And the
horse.
horse is upside down and
The horse is backwards.
The horse needed a break. The horse's thighs are tired.
And
The
we're off to
cowboy's
the
thighs are
races.
tired.
Oh, well.
We gotta.
Ma'am, I've got an inclination to lying down for a while.
Horses don't even lie down; they sleep standing up.
Famously are dead.
This would be it.
Overnight.
All right, this next one says, "How are you?" is thrown around too casually. As a German, I thought he was
Oh.
British. I'm not used to exchanging pleasantries with strangers, such as cashiers like that. Okay, rude. It feels kind of.
Someone goes, "How are you today?" And he goes, "Whoa,
Relax.
You're a cashier.
yeah."
I'm a money man.
And I would love to talk about that, but how am I?
He loves that everybody talks about how much money they make, but hates how everybody says how it
Hates pleasantries.
A little open, huh?
He says it feels kind of fake to ask a question that no one really wants an honest answer to, but I guess it's part of American social norm.
That is the most German statement.
He
I've
obviously
heard.
didn't learn phrases like, how you doing? Like, could complain, but nobody's going to listen. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, there's classic, like,
He's upset because he went to like Trader Joe's. They said, "How are you?" And he went like, I feel somewhat disconnected from my father. And then they were like, oh, yeah, okay. Like, what the fuck?
We had a coworker. We had a coworker like that once. Where like in the lunch line. In the lunch line, I asked him how he was, and he was like, started talking about his wife and kids. And I was like,
that.
I am not prepared for this.
One of my favorite things is like one of my friends visited Detroit and didn't know, like thought everybody was being rude to them because people say, you good?
Yeah.
Like people go like, you good?
Hey, where you from?
But that's it. No, they just go, you good? And then like people are like, some people just think that's rude off the bat. Because it's almost like confrontational, but it's not. It's
Hey,
just
pal,
like
you
a
good?
greeting.
You
Like, yeah.
Grown men also call each other baby in New York, and that throws
No, in
people off.
Detroit.
In Detroit, yeah.
Oh, that
You said New York.
My
that
bad.
would throw me off. I grew up in the South, and I think that I'm like overly polite and do the pleasantries and stuff a lot.
For sure.
But I genuinely like if someone were to say you're being fake or vapid or whatever, I would take issue with that because it's like I don't think of it like that. I think of it as like, like caring for your fellow person.
Sure.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, nothing.
It's also
Being
not
polite.
it's not a great icebreaker. Hello.
It's like, yeah, the concept of like politeness being inefficient is like annoying to me.
Yeah.
Right.
I always talk to him. There's like 4 thank yous you have to say when you get out of an Uber.
Oh,
like you
yeah.
arrive at the destination. They're like, this it? You go, yep, thanks for driving. And then you get out of the car, you get to open the door and they go, all right, have a good night. And you go, thanks for that too.
Right.
You thank them for getting you to the destination.
Yeah.
You thank them for being pleasant. And then once more before you close the door, you're like, have a good night. And they're like, thanks.
And the truth is, like the cashier, they should call me sir.
And
I'm a doctor.
And I want to talk about my Bitcoin wins.
Why is everybody saying, how are you, and not, how much do you make?
Yeah. What's your Ethereum wallet?
And it's also like not a uniquely American thing to have set phrases.
Yeah.
And like just like customs of, it's like this guy goes to Asia and he's like, whoa, there was too much bowing. As a German, there was a little too much nodding. And they held
We don't do that where I'm from.
They held my credit card with 2 hands, and that upset my European sensibilities.
That bothered me.
Oh, he hates tipping too. What a big surprise.
Oh yeah, wait, hold on. We have to take a side quest from this one. But tipping in America feels like a broken system. I don't get why taxes aren't included in the prices, and then you're expected to add an 18 to 20%. It's just like this person hadn't even heard about America in like meetings. Yeah. Like it's like because these things I'm like I feel
German.
like I know more about Germany.
Well, a specific era.
Yeah, specifically, it was the rule of Angela Merkel, of course.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
My queen, my liege.
Such bad news about something before that.
Oh, okay, no.
He also said that his last trip to the U.S. was in 2018. And I feel like none of these things are new.
Well, we were on horseback in 2018. Right. Now we're on horse front. Am I right?
Always.
Reverse horse front.
Where am I going?
That's a
So wait, he didn't have to tip in 2018?
yeah, I know. That was a new thing that was instituted in Las Vegas and New York. Wow. So speaking of New York, now I will say they're young. They're like 22, 23-ish.
Same.
What?
But
Sound like Drake.
this post also made me mad, and now you have to look at it as well.
Yeah.
Tipping is such a scam in New York. Why do I pay extra just because restaurants pay minimum hourly wages?
That's why.
Ordered a
you cracked the code. That's
yeah,
why.
yeah.
What a funny order here.
Ordered a yeah. Actually, we need to
Ordered a crepe club sandwich and panini for $45.
It's like the 4 burgers.
export burgers.
These guys are hungry.
We paid $50 cash and the waiter just took the rest as a tip. That's a bad tip. I asked for change and she said, you have to pay the tip, and went away. I asked, is it mandatory? And she just ignored me, and my friend, a local, felt guilty for not paying at least 20% tip. 20% of what?
The tip.
Insane.
For what?
It is funny that his friend felt guilty but was still willing to go with it.
Like,
Like I would
You're a
stop.
dick.
I would
It's a
be
good way
like,
to do
"Oh
it.
my god, my friend is a monster. Allow me to pay the 20%, the $10 on this
meal he bought
$50
you.
or $45 meal."
Yeah, that's a 10% tip.
Yeah.
It's also the dollar, so that's like 50 German cents.
Well, this guy's from India, so he does the rupee conversion here. But but he goes insane, mind blown emoji, and then just posts
photo.
like a smug photo with his food.
These fellas are hungry.
And then,
Look at that table.
It's like an unrelated photo. Like this is before he realized the tip situation.
Yeah, well, that was
because they haven't even
the last
eaten
time he
yet.
felt joy was
Yeah.
before he found out about American tipping.
It's funny how many times in that post on X, the Everything app, that he just answers the question.
Yeah.
20% for what? The thing from before.
They pay like nothing to
And
everybody.
what? We pay taxes for the greater good to invest in infrastructure
And what
in
is
social services.
to invest in what?
Sorry.
And missiles.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Oh God.
Oh,
Jesus. Oh no.
You know what, though? You know what you don't see anybody complaining about? The nice toilets. We got nice toilets over here.
What? Like in the United States or
Right.
here?
Well, and then I haven't used the toilet here, but
It's fine.
good toilets, big roads,
It's okay. The
Missiles
the
again.
missiles. No one's complaining about that stuff.
Two more that aren't something everyone has.
Central air. No one's like went to America and everywhere was pretty comfortable to be. in. It wasn't
isn't
hot as fuck.
Germany a place where nowhere is air conditioned?
Nowhere
It's
in
like-
Europe is.
Yeah,
Nowhere.
it's like really hard to get like air conditioning, which I would actually die. I'm sorry it's so cold in here. By the way, I'll turn that off.
I love
I
it.
love it.
Oh,
This
great.
is perfect.
There
So,
is like a
like-
weird social standard, I will say. For I have a couple of German friends growing up, and I give them a lot of criticism about the 40s. I said bad.
Good for you. Thank you for standing up for.
Hey.
And
He's hitting me. But they honestly, genuinely have like such a blunt, and I am making a generalized statement because I'm right. They have like a very blunt understanding of feedback, where there's no, it's not like so much a productive thing, like, well, I see this issue, maybe I can give an idea and that will help in some way. It is much more like, I have identified a failure. I have identified someone doing wrong.
Gotcha.
but that's
Incorrect.
that is like the underlying thing with all this is because like America is extremely flawed and we will constantly talk about all of the flaws, but it's more of a thing of going to a place where you don't know and then treating every observation you have as like a inefficiency that you've discovered.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm
And
like,
also putting it on the staff as well, being like, what, I'm supposed to pay more? It's like, yes, because the system is broken, I'm following you. Like, no.
and again, that
Fuck you.
I won't.
that kid is young, but I went to his profile and it's one of those profiles where it's like, at 21, I have 1.6 million YouTube subscribers. So $1 million in total revenue earned. And it's like,
Nobody's gonna like anybody saying how much money they make if it's a lot. It's just
Yeah.
not a nice thing to do to brag about
it's
it.
at the last
What's the
line is, and
cutoff
you can
amount?
do it too. And it's like, well,
Yeah,
What's
I like.
the cutoff line
I don't know.
for salary where it's like not too much, but it's still impressive?
What's mine? 900 grand.
See, that's too much.
I'm so
That's
glad.
too
Yeah.
much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, don't listen. I'm doing.
I feel like if someone tells me they make like $130,000 a year, I'm like, fuck yeah, good for you. Any
Yeah.
higher than that, I'm like, shut up.
Yeah,
dick.
yeah,
131.
Yeah.
I'm shaking them by the shoulders. no.
I
Oh,
think
so you're modest. You're a poor guy.
That's
cool.
That is the best reply to anyone saying anything about their finances. Is I was like, and you live on that?
Oh, and you live by yourself? Or you have a roommate? How many roommates?
all right, let's get back to the guy in Vegas. The American dream is going strong from what I can tell. There's this huge desire to innovate and create a better future. It's like you can tell from that the rooms that this guy's in.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
He's not talking to a single person that's not an entrepreneur.
Yeah, I don't
He
think
went
this-
to a convention.
Yeah.
yeah. Notice when you're in America, there's a lot of panels.
Yeah.
Lanyards everywhere.
A lot of
Free hotel.
lot of graphs, a lot of people talking about their finances. Yeah, you went to BitCon or whatever.
There's a lot of hotel bars
Yeah.
everywhere. Hotel
I
bars.
can't believe this.
There's this huge desire to innovate and create a better future. I heard a lot of conversation about world-changing ideas, startup ventures, and the pursuit of progress. That's the panels that he went to.
Yeah.
Honestly, I love this aspect of America.
Okay, old layman.
It's not hard to have world-changing ideas. Like free car. Everyone get free car.
Yeah.
Plane, free plane.
What is it? So it's
Live forever.
Guys, I have an idea for this AI.
End of disease.
Two extra arms on every person.
Okay, that would change the world. Yeah.
You could drive with only your arms.
You can text and drive. Two separate set of
Wow,
arms.
dude, the Goro technique.
Imagine cowgirl in that way. The switch. Americans are so much louder than Europeans.
Facts.
Tell them.
Can you speak up, by the way, Jordan?
I don't understand that. I don't understand this. It seems so unnecessary when I'm right next to you. The constant noise was jarring and this is a convention. Everyone's so close together and giving each other COVID all the time.
Money panel, please gather at stage 4. It's like,
He's right next to me.
He was next to the stereo.
It's like, whoa. And they're invisible. The constant noise was jarring and confusing for someone like me who's used to more reserved I mean, that's true.
oh, first time I was in Europe, I was with Tony, and we landed at a cafe in Amsterdam, and we were just giddy little Americans sitting there. We're like, they got weed here. Let's get a smoothie. And everyone in there was like, looking at us, and I was like, we're in a tiny little upstairs with no AC, and everyone's staring at us because we're
Everyone's like,
screaming.
know about the weed.
They found out about the hash.
I have my voice is a little volume-wise a little different now, partially because I mumbled so much when I first moved here. Because it's partially just being quieter, and that's partially, I mean, even Katie sometimes I'll say something and she's like, not even close, like just not even a little bit got through because I'm just like, anyone got Uber? Like, what'd you say? I said you want to get Uber Eats.
I don't want to speak up to
Katie's
that.
from Michigan.
She unfortunately,
Oh, come
I just
on.
remembered.
Katie's been on our show one time.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
talking about,
Yeah.
hey, I'm gonna take left.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn left in a
right.
weird way.
Start a Twitter thread if you got gripes. All right.
Yeah. I went to Michigan, and what I saw left me scared.
It was kind of cold at the time.
Everybody was talking about left. Turning
I
left.
went during Thanksgiving, and it turns out Michigan has a bunch of Katie's family members.
So annoying.
They'll give you a bunch of food.
Everybody eats turkey?
No one's at work.
Yeah, no one works.
It's winter there.
I love judging a place based on a special occasion. That's such a funny idea.
Yeah.
I visited New York during Christmas, and there's a huge tree.
Yeah.
Too many lights.
Visited Spain, too many bulls were running.
Terrifying.
We were listening to this old-sounding music.
Traveled through time.
I believe a little bit in profiling.
Say no more.
And I'll contextualize that by saying,
It's brave.
as soon as I saw this person's post, I knew they were like I've been making jokes about like Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, and I actually did not know that this guy was involved. I just read his app for the first time, and it's ollie.eth.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Pimp.
I hate that it's exactly what I thought it was.
I thought his middle name was Dodith.
It could be. Now it could be. I'm assuming.
Stepping into a casino for the first time was wild.
Bobby Moynihan.
Ethereum.
Saturday Night Live.
I could. Yeah, he goes.
I was stunned.
Yeah. I took a trip to New York and like Don Pardo was there yelling at me all the time.
It was so 10x louder than most other conversations.
New York
of
sure
10X.
has a lot of Keenan Thompson.
I couldn't believe my eyes watching people chain smoke and lose money on slot machines. You couldn't believe your eyes seeing slot machines in Vegas? Yeah.
I mean, I feel the same way.
I mean,
Sometimes.
I get this feeling, but it's like, have you
watched Casino?
Yeah, I just
but they
heard
win
about
money.
them. It's like, and I felt the same way when I went to like a pachinko parlor in Japan. It's like,
Why do they have these?
it's just, yeah, it's like, it's wild. Like gambling is crazy.
I mean, it is
and,
just
and smoking is wild.
watching people lose money being the thing where you couldn't believe your eyes.
It says everything is designed to hijack your dopamine, even when you know better.
Said on X the everything app.
Said the guy who probably doesn't have any dopamine to hijack. Have some fun. Spark a cig up. Try it. That's my rule. If I go to a country,
here, pal, not Germany.
yeah, if
You
I
can
go
do
to a
that.
country and their customs are a little different, I'm gonna give it a shot.
Also says
Sitting there with your
says
arms
the
crossed.
crypto investor.
also, wait, cigarettes, like, that's like,
They
people
invented
smoke
that
that
shit
more
over
in
there.
Europe.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Tread lightly, pal.
Well,
I'm kidding. We escaped. We're out, baby.
We do have more vapes, maybe.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we're cooler. We blow cotton.
Dude, slot machines fucking rock. Fuck this guy. Buffalo!
Finally, someone's on my side here.
Yeah.
Buffalo style.
Okay, yeah,
Here we
I
go.
knew it. Yeah,
Yeah, obesity's off the charts. I was shocked by how many severely overweight people, and this is actually when I was like, it turned to anger, where I was like, all right, I'm going to talk about this guy. I was shocked by how many severely overweight people I saw in the U.S. It felt dystopian. But at the same time, I also noticed a ton of extremely fit people. Whoa. It's like
there's
America is a
350
land of
million
extremes when it
people
comes to physical health. And then just like a fucking photo.
Oh, God, that's insane.
This photo is fucking crazy.
This is crazy. He goes,
I like couldn't believe it.
Found
He's
him.
like,
oh, here's one.
Yeah. Hey, freeze.
oh my God, this is going on X.
I can't believe my eyes.
I do like that it's a little blurry, which implies that these people were actually moving fast.
This was a can't. That's true. Well,
I like
it's different.
truly like some of these photos were so like stock imagey. I wanted to believe that he didn't take them himself.
He never left his hotel room.
Yeah.
There's a lot of room service in Vegas.
This genre of like what would be a stock photo is like 2010. There was a lot of photos that were like this.
100%.
Now all the stock photos are like crazy shallow depth of field and super like
the
weird,
bokeh's crazy.
like,
Yeah.
uncanny.
Yeah,
Like,
agree. It looks AI generated.
yeah. But this looks like a photo that I'd see on Shutterstock in 2010.
I feel like he's near the Ferris wheel in this, which is a great little strip to hang out. It's probably where he got the in and out too, honestly.
Is there a
It's right down
conversation pit nearby? Or?
there. That's way down the strip. That's the other end.
All right, well,
Hey, the hat pack, he said.
guess I'm gonna get a classic European
Reverse
walk-in.
rat pack.
Have a little walkabout.
I just have to say about the obesity one, it's like it's a little like when they were talking about tipping, and it's just it's implied. So I'm not saying explicitly saying this, but I'm saying this only because I've heard a lot of people from Europe and in Europe say these things. It is on the responsibility of the people that are overweight. It's targeted at the overweight.
Sure,
is always the
yeah.
implication of posts like this,
Right.
because you took a photo of them and you're like sick to death of this kind of behavior.
And it's not
How
like,
dare you in
and it's
front
like
of me?
so surface level that it's like my eyes roll into the back of my head because there's like nothing said about the economic extremes that exist in America, and like
I have to tip
the
just because they're
underlying-
not making a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's
Bought
why.
4 burgers to rate them from In and Out. Meanwhile, like that's all some people can eat.
Yeah, well,
Because that's the affordable food.
I think I've told
crazy.
this story before, but like growing up, we would like drive to McDonald's on Wednesdays because when I was a kid, you could get 20-cent hamburgers at McDonald's on
That's
Wednesdays.
what I'm saying.
And if you bought a bunch of them, they gave them to you in a fucking garbage bag.
Yeah.
And then there's this German guy taking a Polaroid of you shaking his
And
head.
so it's just like
He
the
eats
myth
one
of
bite and he's like,
why are all
gross.
Overrated.
Who would eat this?
I just it's just annoying to me the like whole like why do poor people eat so unhealthy? It's so cheap to eat healthy fresh vegetables.
Poor people.
Yeah, just DoorDash your vegan
DoorDash your fucking what did I say? Quest bars.
Quest bars.
There
Not
we go.
sponsored, unless.
Yeah.
Compared to Europeans, Americans are super outgoing and
Oh, yeah,
talkative.
I was gonna say we don't have to go through the whole of this because he did have 15 things.
I did like that he says he goes to Vegas and then he says the lights are. He goes to Vegas and New York and says the lights are always on in America. He goes to the place that doesn't sleep.
This city
and a place that is a 24-hour casino.
Yeah.
This city was too big of an apple.
Yeah. Everything is supersized from drinks to cars. It's just like
I mean,
the most like surf. I just like everyone. How is this? Someone reads this and goes, I had no idea.
And the one above too about the lights always being on, he's complaining about the energy saving habits. Vegas is run off the Hoover Dam, which is like the largest hydroelectric
Dude, get him.
facility in the world.
Kick his ass.
Is
dude.
that bad, Mr. German? What should we be doing?
well, Mr. German.
He's like, this whole place is run on coal.
Call him Mr. Doteth.
There's another one that I don't want to talk about though, where he talks about flashiness. Oh yeah, trying to eat healthy is an annoying challenge. Back home, I felt like I could easily grab a healthy meal without breaking the bank. This is a legit like gripe, and some of these. I mean, I'm not saying these aren't legitimate things.
Yeah.
But that's why there's more overweight people. He's like answering his own question.
He's
And he
like
said it
learning in real time.
He said it felt like a treasure hunt. Like that's a bad thing.
Treasure
hunts
pirate.
are-
Come on, dude.
Oh, sorry if that wasn't fun.
Hunting for the perfect meal.
Have you
Also,
no
there's
lust for
literally
adventure?
Treasure Island in Vegas.
And that's bad now? I'm going back.
But the last one I want to talk about is flashiness and status symbols are everywhere. He went to like Bitcoin Con in New York.
He went to Vegas. He went to, and he's like, there's so many luxury cars and watches.
I
love how
stayed in
everyone's talking about
Manhattan and on the Vegas Strip, and everything was so flashy.
But I love talking about money.
So I was actually cool with it.
Yeah, but not what it does.
Finally, someone can have wealth and peace.
Is that a big car? Everything's supersized.
I love that he took a photo too of a BMW ad. He can't shake the German. He's like, yeah, sick. I
It's
like that.
the one, I would say there's no place in the world that has more stock photos than New York. I think you can just find one.
I feel like this guy's just confused about what he likes.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Was that a word?
Oh my gosh.
A Chad.
The Europeans in all
It's-
black and,
this is
scrawny.
Also in response to like a very uplifting point about America. If you scroll up, Jacob. Oh no, just to the top of that tweet. I think this stems from the history of America. The U.S. was built. The U.S. was built by immigrants who took a leap of faith, leaving their families behind, to sail across treacherous oceans in search of a better life. That's a massive risk. These risk-taking genes are still present today, IMO, and then Wojak meme.
That's such a funny way he had to punctuate that.
The American guy.
Oh, gee. Yeah, what's wrong with him? What's wrong with his body, dude?
Treacherous oceans.
That's reverse cowgirl. Yeah, he just butts backwards.
Owns 3 cars, controls the planet, is a superpower. Is the superpower? This guy.
But the flashiness.
Can own a firearm. All these things rock.
What?
Pays less taxes. Okay.
Okay. Tips. Oh, no, wait, that's bad or something?
Doesn't have the Autobahn.
Yeah. I do like the other guy's outfit more, though.
The 101's
Yeah,
like an
so-
Autobahn at midnight. You guys know
There
what
we
I'm saying?
go. Hey,
Seriously,
there we
bro,
go.
That's
Yeah.
LA humor for you guys.
Shall we get to the
Hawk Tua stuff?
tier list?
Yes, baby.
We this is just in case.
Just maybes.
Yeah, everything's a maybe here on Sad Boyz.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're doing white stuff.
I will say, I saw somebody make a point that like Gen Z starting to have their cringe millennial moment or whatever. Did you say that exactly?
No, I'm it.
Oh, but I'm saying like there's so many things right now in Gen Z that I'm like, oh yeah, this avocado toast. It's like the whole thing is
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
already there. Demure, like that sucks.
Yeah.
Tua sucks. All of it sucks. Not like she.
Well,
I'm not talking about the
famously.
person. I'm
Stop
saying
the buck
idea.
there, dude.
I'm saying the idea of it. Like, who cares?
Yeah,
Does
it's
anybody?
I'll stand up for Hawk Tua Girl. They're paying me to do so.
Brat is my favorite album of the year.
I'll
Brat
stand
Summer
down.
Thing
I'll
sucks.
stand down for
Like,
October Girl, and I'll go
you
on
know?
one knee. I'll pledge fealty, actually, to the
Colin
Viceroy of the
Kaepernick, Hawk
Marsh.
Tua Girl.
Yeah, I don't respect it.
I love that.
Yeah, I was
that's
going
her
for a
name.
Tebow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How is that her name?
Hawk Tua?
Like I know, you know what I mean. Like nobody
Yeah.
says her name. It's so weird. What is it?
Haley.
I think it's
Haley-
Haley something.
It's
Something.
gotta be
It's
Haley.
something with an S.
Haley with 2 Y's, I think.
Maybe it's Haley Welch. Maybe it's Haley.
It is Haley Welch.
Haley
Okay.
Welch. I
Well,
think that's
look at
right.
Jeez.
Nice.
Oh, Captain, my captain.
Yeah.
From Tennessee.
Oh, it's better than Michigan.
What? You've
I'm
never
kidding
even
around,
been to
man.
Tennessee, and
I'm
I
be-
can see it in your eyes.
I actually just got back from Tennessee,
Jeez, what the hell?
You have
Enjoy
Bonnaroo?
yourself.
and you were the only 10 I see. I was visiting.
The only. You guys suck.
I was visiting a
We're
friend.
12s.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so if I remember correctly, when we were talking to you guys about what you might want to do on the show, you said it's got to be themed around race.
Yes.
Yep.
That was my idea.
We have collected a essential, important, powerful plurality of white people style
Complete
terms.
list missing no terms.
We've not
Okay.
missed anything. I mean, you guys know all of them. You're kind of the Merriam and the Webster. Of
We'll
white
fill
people
in the
terms.
blanks. Absolutely.
But as experts in rating and tier listing,
And race.
well, yeah,
Yeah, don't forget it. Yeah.
I don't know what that means. as I mentioned, I can't see color. I can't see.
Fancy glasses for a guy who can't see.
Who said that?
Love is blind. All right.
All right. Show me the white stuff.
Initiate white.
Initiating white.
Let's go white mode.
See, careful.
That's like making Twitter whiter. Ooh. Okay, fellas, would you like to introduce each term, give it your perspective? We
Sure.
don't want to appropriate.
Yeah. Up first, we got let's skedaddle.
I like that one. because it's kind of like the Flintstones in my mind. Like it's like
yeah, exactly.
Skedaddle. Like
I do like that
get
your
the
feet
spin.
start moving before you do, and then you leave a cloud of dust in your wake.
yeah, and you kind of go out diagonal.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're skedaddling.
You drop the sign
Yeah.
you're holding that says it, and you sprint towards a painted tunnel.
So
It's an
pros
onomatopoeia.
makes you feel like you're in a cartoon.
Yeah.
Adds whimsy to your life, which
It does
hey,
add
I think
whimsy.
we all could use a little whimsy.
I like blow this popsicle stand.
Oh, blow this popsicle stand is something I definitely actually say.
Oh, so it's not just a white person thing. That's good to know.
Well, I've been co-opting. I've been working on that. Yeah,
That's right.
Nice.
Sneaking out.
I'm kind of rating them too on how like I say these without even thought. Some
Yeah,
of them, you
that's
know what I
true.
mean?
Some of
it's
them,
not like
yeah.
I mean to say let's
Well, yeah,
skedaddle.
should
it
we
just
have-
happens.
yeah, should
that
we-
one you have to say with some.
It's involuntary.
Well, should
for
we
me.
have a column for like, do we say it? And then also
I think it'll
like,
weigh in on the rating.
Then we could do
is
that
it,
with
yeah,
black
is it
people.
in the Hall of Fame? Like, because I'm also like, what's, yeah, okay, we'll just include it in the rating. That makes
Skedaddle to me is like a nice B.
sense.
Do you
Yeah.
have people in your life that say it sincerely?
Oh yeah.
older people.
Yeah, my mom will say it at dinner if she's sick of being there. She'll be like, "Let's skedaddle."
That's awesome to hear.
She'll
I feel
usually
like
say, "Let's
a lot
fucking
of these I
skedaddle."
only use ironically, so it brings me great joy to hear that people are genuinely, and I mean this sincerely, are actually using it in the real world.
Oh, absolutely.
It's
Yeah,
very
I don't use that one unless it's a joke. I'm like, let's skedaddle.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like blow this popsicle stand is like,
That's a joke.
if I'm just, I'm just,
It
I don't
does-
know what
doing the
words
most.
to say. Yeah, like at any time, so I'm just doing word association.
It does sometimes feel like irony poisoning is robbing us of cute terms.
yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah.
I think if I could genuinely spend just a portion of my life saying a lot of these. In fact, next coming up, I was taught this by the Michigander in my life, and it is regional or all of Michigan.
It's Midwestern.
it's Midwest.
for sure.
Oh,
It's like when you're squeezing by someone in a grocery store aisle,
Yeah.
and their cart's out, and you're kind of like, "Oop." It's
is
kind of
just-
excuse me, let me by.
It's often followed by,
Okay.
I'm going to sneak past you real quick.
sneak past you. That's good.
I'm gonna sneak by you.
Yep, I'm going to sneak by you real quick. Oh,
Oop, right behind you.
Yep,
Yes.
oh, right behind you.
Right behind you.
Shall we dance?
It's just, yeah.
Oh, putting my number in your phone.
Get married to.
Buying 14 more shots.
3 kids.
I didn't.
Please don't leave.
I picked up Opes somewhere, and I've used it a few times in those situations, and it's just come out of me. I feel like it's like an old spirit that embodies me.
Oop.
I don't have a choice. with
Right,
this
right,
one.
right.
Yeah.
It's,
I say this and I don't know when I say it. I just
yeah,
go,
like when
"Oh."
you stub your toe, it's just like something that comes out.
Yeah.
When I saw the discourse online of people being like, people be saying this in the Midwest, I'm like, what?
I thought that was every.
What else do you say when you sneak behind someone?
Yeah.
Jacob's from
Excuse me?
That's
No.
too much.
Jacob is from the Great Lakes state, Nebraska. Do they have every state is technically the Lone Star state? They all have the one star. Is there a Nebraska version of that? Did Ope get to Nebraska?
Oh, it's for sure there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nebraska's Midwest.
Sometimes it feels like it's pushing the
It's
line.
Tornado Alley.
Yeah.
Is it a tornado alley?
Yeah.
Is it, oh,
Kansas, Nebraska,
Are you from
Oklahoma.
Omaha?
I'm from Lincoln.
Lincoln. Okay. Cool.
Biggest city.
in the world?
Biggest city in Nebraska.
Oh. That's crazy.
Biggest city in the world, Lincoln, Nebraska.
What are we
Best
giving?
A
president. in
picture of
Nebraska.
Dubai. Lincoln, Nebraska.
I knew a guy that interned at the Union Pacific Railroad
That's
that I
an old
believe
company.
has an office in Nebraska or is based there. And
Oh, yeah.
and when he came back, he just kept saying Nebraska.
I don't know why you would say that.
I think he was just being XD quirky millennial.
God,
Yeah.
he sounds random as shit.
Yeah, he was a little random. You really couldn't pin him down or know what he was about to
Opes
say.
of S.
S tier.
Yes, I
Oh
mean,
yeah, I love that.
I would say it's even. I might phrase
Higher?
it differently, but I think the
Higher than an S.
the cadence of it is universal. Okay, I'm just gonna see past
Yeah.
It does feel like it doesn't require language to understand,
Does
and I
not.
think that is beautiful.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
maybe in
It's more of an
just gonna sneak
utterance than
past
a
you.
word, you know? Like, ugh.
Yeah.
Like the Minecraft falling sound.
It's kind of like Hawk Tua.
it's
Right.
a little like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish-
an onomatopoeia.
go ahead, rate that.
Bucko. This was my sister's first word. No, I'm not lying.
Yeah.
That is
double S.
awesome.
First word that ever came out of her mouth.
Yep.
Was she hearing it a lot?
No, it was like, well, She was, yeah, probably. It's probably a mispronunciation of fucker or fucko. And it was a literal like road rage moment. This is
she was behind the wheel.
My sister's older than me, and she was in the back seat in the car seat, and I hadn't spoken a word yet. And my mom was driving around and like got cut off or something, and my sister like bucko like yelled at the other car, and that was her first word. And my mom was like, "That's great."
Yeah. And he's told that story before, so I know it's true.
Can we go around and say our first words if we know them?
First word?
First, do you guys know your first word?
Yeah. Mama.
Great. Classic
S.
S.
Not a word.
S. Mama is a word.
Mine was ope. Just squeezing my diaper off. Sorry, a lot of poop down there.
Can I sneak past you?
Still got more pee.
Mine was ducky.
Really?
Ducky?
Yours was queen.
Mine was my president, and I stood up. It was the first time I stood also.
Oh,
yeah, your first words were "I'm with her."
Yeah.
Really ahead of your time.
Lock her up and then free her.
Yeah.
Just as a little lesson. I have absolutely no idea. There's no one I could ask to find out.
Yeah,
so I could just decide.
I don't know what mine was. I
Mama.
want to say it was car or something.
I think I was in the bath with the rubber duck.
And you said what?
Ducky.
Oh,
2 syllables.
Yeah.
And bucko.
yeah, that's
Mama.
pretty good.
Yeah. Mine was 3, whatever it was.
Yours was 3?
Yeah, it was something long as shit.
Something longer, yeah. Mississippi.
Skedaddle, probably.
Okay, I don't want to just give out S's, but I feel like Bucko gets an S for me.
Bucko is definitely like an older person reprimanding a younger person. Like, hey, Bucko, that's not how it's done.
Yeah.
Finger
I
waggle,
do
maybe?
love, like, I wanted to, for a while, I've given up now, wanted to try to, like, remove curse words from my, from my first option.
Why the fuck would you do that?
Just because I wanted to be more colorful.
Oh.
Oh, wait,
Like,
that
and
was
just,
actually
like,
cool.
make things, like, a little bit more weird. Yeah. like with how I would respond to things.
Twisted, messed
Like
up.
drats.
Oh,
Do we have drats in there?
Oh, Drats is great.
Yeah.
is drat and rats kind of...
Yeah, we talked about that because you say rats and drats, and there's no difference in the way that they're said.
But double drat.
No, you see, yeah,
Rats.
they're using all the same places, but rats feels like something one of the Rugrats would say. Not because it's in their name,
Nah,
but
rug.
Rats.
rats.
Definitely plays a part in it.
They told me Pickle and he goes, oh, fuck. Fuck. My diaper. My fucking dad's so annoying.
Despite my heartwarming story about my lovely sister Greer saying Bucko as her first word, I don't like this and I never say it, so I'm gonna go a D.
I don't like this one either, but only because of the type of people who say it. It's just like an uncle who's a dick.
I will
And
defer
it's
to
like-
your
That's so
experience.
interesting because I don't
Yeah.
have the historical context with Bucko. So when it's just a meme to me.
Right.
It's just like a thing that maybe I see in like one of those like live leak videos of a guy going off the handle at a Wendy's.
Yeah, stop right there, Bucko.
Yeah.
This is one of those ones that's just locked in the just media consumption only, like romanticizing America when younger. So I only have heard it from, like a Fargo character or something.
Right.
So I will defer to your cultural experience. And thank you for your service.
Thank you.
We're just here to listen.
You're listening
really.
and learning.
Yeah.
And it's about time.
I met God, and she's a Michigander.
I'll give it a C.
I'll go D. CD.
C.
Put CD.
Compact disc.
It's a compact.
Whoopsie daisy
Oh.
is electric. This is awesome. If someone says this to me, I love it.
That brightens my day, I think.
Daisy.
Yeah, it's like someone very sweet. and
You
they,
could
like, drop
spill
something.
like a coffee on me or something.
Whoopsie
And if you go whoopsie daisy, you're bringing a smile to my face. And I go, actually, it's my bad.
do it again.
Yeah.
I'll drink it from the shirt.
It's such a pretty phrase
Yeah.
for
Oopsie
like
daisy.
a mistake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of in the realm, and maybe we have this an okie dokie but different application.
Whoopsie daisy.
Did you ever
Yeah, it's
say
got a bit of a
oopsie
yeah.
daisy? I feel like I said
Oopsie daisy slips out too. Some
Oopsie
people will
daisy?
shorten it.
Oopsie daisy?
I feel like it has plague origins.
Whoopsie daisy.
Oh, is it one of those like
round the
like when you look it up?
posies or something.
Yeah, exactly. Like ashes, we all fall down.
a
and you look
bubo.
into it and you're like,
Whoopsie
oh god.
Yeah. I don't know if that's true, and I don't want to learn anything else today.
Kiss the rat. Whoopsie daisy.
Yeah, no more learning. What do we feel
Just a
about
drat.
whoopsie daisy?
Whoopsie daisy.
Whoopsie daisy is like a C.
Oh, I give it an A. I
It's
love it.
electric, but it's a C.
I never say it, so I'm pretty biased here.
Whoopsie daisy's funny.
I enjoy it. I'll give it a B,
I'll
but
give
it
it a
is
B.
bit chunky.
I'll bump up. I'll go B with you guys.
So yeah, B is cool.
B's cool. Yeah.
Oh,
You betcha.
Oh, you betcha.
This is
Perfect.
your realm, I feel
Yeah.
like.
Oh, yeah.
You betcha.
You betcha.
This one sneaks out a little bit too, and I always think of Chet You Betcha from
Chet from Fairly Odd Parents.
Yeah.
I think of Sarah Palin. Is that a reason?
Yeah.
Is there a reason I should
Oh,
think
you
that?
betcha.
I can see
I
Russia
feel like
from
that
my
was the
house.
thing she said. Yeah.
Yeah, she's got that Northern American sort
Yeah.
of
As north as it gets,
almost
maybe.
Canadian accent.
Yeah.
Right. Russian, some would call it.
Right. Yeah. Somewhat.
She can see it from her house at least.
You betcha's fine.
Do we have a Oh Brother, Jacob? I wanted to throw out Oh Brother because it is one of my fondest memories from last year is when never been to Disneyland before. Went along, I love fun, I love whimsy. And met Walt Disney.
Mickey Mouse.
Oh, that's the one. Sorry. Mix it up. Is that Walt Disney's
Met the
copyright or
mouse.
something like that?
You know Walt Disney's head is frozen in a block of ice?
At home?
That's
They say.
that. Yeah, it's one of the things.
Block of ice? I thought it was just...
There is a Snopes article about it.
Yeah, I remembered the thing.
Oh wait.
But when I went to Disneyland, there was it was extremely difficult to leave for some reason. We couldn't get back to the car, and we got stuck for like an hour and a half because maybe there was some kind of accident right up at the head of the line, which means it was difficult for me, not the person who had the accident. And
It's probably a tough day for them too.
okay, but they weren't stuck in line. Well, they were forever. Katie, it was me and Katie trying to leave, and we got an update that it's going to be another like 30 minutes or something. Genuinely frustrating, really like harsh. And in this moment, I'm gonna, silently go to myself, I'm like, for fuck's sake, hit me. And Katie went, "Oh, brother," like the most sincere "Oh, brother," nothing already. Oh,
Yeah,
brother.
Oh Brother's like a very defeated.
No.
Like it's nothing.
It's like
to
a
do. Oh, brother.
sound. He's like, oh, brother.
Did we decide on a grade for You Betcha?
I like A.
Hey.
A.
Oh, You
And then
Betcha.
can we scroll back up to Whoopsie Daisy and real quick add whoops as below it and then just say give it a Jarvis A?
Oh,
I say whoops all the time.
yeah.
And I forgot it was a kind of a shortening of Whoopsie
Whoops.
Daisy.
Is that like a white person thing, or is
I
that
don't
just
know.
a thing? Like
I don't
whoops
know.
feels like more universal
Just a
than
word.
whoopsie daisy.
I think we've maybe clawed it back a little bit. You know
Yeah,
what I
we're
mean?
reclaiming it.
All right, good for
taking
you
it.
guys.
Then I'll stop saying it.
That's y'all's now.
We'll bleep it.
That's my fault.
Just really, in the captions will say W star star star.
All right.
Oh, brother.
For crying
For
out
crying out loud.
For crying out loud.
I like this one because I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
Is
I've
this one of
always
those
asked this.
like substitutes for saying God? For God's sake. Oh, God. Oh, jeez.
For Pete's sake is another one.
Yeah, who's Pete?
I think is it Pete from like
Like
Peter
Saint
from
Peter?
the Bible?
Yeah.
Pete God.
Yeah. Pete's
coffee?
Pete Rose? I don't know.
But Pete
The baseball player who
Betting on yourself.
bet on himself, which is you should always
Should
bet
be
on
allowed,
yourself.
yeah.
Yeah, but not with
Always
the
better.
bookies.
Yeah, well, no. Yeah.
That's not allowed unless it's boxing.
Right.
In which
In
case, you
Vegas.
could, Ryan Garcia did it.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Only in Vegas.
Only in Vegas.
Dude, I'm
There's a
doing
lot of
this.
specific qualifiers here.
Yeah.
Consult with your local bookie.
I've heard some for crying out louds from the Michiganders and
Oh, for crying out loud, it's good. That's like just when someone's being annoying.
But this isn't. It's not always just. It's for crying out loud.
Oh, for-
I feel like
yeah,
Oh,
has
for crying out loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did I get kicked out of the theater? For crying out loud.
She is a
wait a
baby.
minute.
Yeah.
Maybe that's so. There's some origin of. I don't know. What
These
it's
are-
from.
There is an origin for all of these.
There's
for
a
sure.
6-hour version of this podcast where we look up the origin of all these, and that'll be for next time.
There is unfortunately a pretty high hit rate when we look up the etymology of some phrase. Where they're
I
like, well,
love
it was
it.
because of black, and we're like,
Yeah, that
okay.
happened with Turkey in the Straw,
yeah.
the ice cream truck song.
Oh yeah, I saw you guys singing that.
Yeah, well, we often do.
I love that song. Is there its bad origins?
Oh,
Nah,
yeah.
don't worry about it.
Oh, it's
Seriously.
the worst possible you could possibly imagine.
See, I did that game on our live tour. I did a game where I would ask him to guess the origin of like a phrase, the etymology of it.
Yeah.
And none of the ones that I found were bad. I was like surprised.
Hell yeah.
'cause I was worried about that.
Yeah,
This is like the one
you
that they're
know?
like, I don't know anyone that's racist. I don't think.
Well, I just didn't know the whole 9 yards. That was just like a war thing.
Yeah.
Like it was like
That's how
9
long
yards of
the-
ammunition.
Yeah.
That was
Oh.
the Germany to England. That was 9 years.
Well, the war was racist.
The war was racist, but
Yeah.
the saying, I
And
guess,
bad.
isn't.
Oh, for crying out loud!
Oh, brother.
Germans again.
Yeah, you gotta be kidding me.
They won't talk about buddy.
This is an S.
I wish they were tweeting instead.
I gotta give it an A. I like For Crying Out Loud, because I think it's cute.
A's
Cute
fine,
is
yeah.
knocking it up.
Living the dream. See, this is what the German guy needed to hear.
Right.
It's like phrases like this, like, how you doing? Living the
Living the
dream,
dream.
pal.
In Hollyweird.
This one actually, is that like a, I don't know this one.
Oh, living the dream is great. Like when I bartended for a long time and someone come in, hey, how we doing today? Man, just another day, living the dream.
Living the dream.
Really?
And
Oh,
and it also often comes with like a not excited face.
Is it sarcastic?
Yeah, it's sarcastic. Living the dream.
Living the dream.
It can also be non-sarcastic. Someone might get off their boat and be like, living the dream.
Yeah. I am living my dream.
There's an office that we both worked in where one of the guys every day when he walked in would be like, "Hey, how's it going, Tim?" And he'd be like, living the dream.
Yeah.
Another
He
day
did
above
sound like
ground.
that.
Oh, boy.
It sound like that.
Another day above ground. Wow.
Jesus.
I do love these like little phrases that are, it's almost like the old ball and chain type things where
Yeah.
it's like, don't look into them too deep because it's sad.
Yeah, the best is
Hey, my wife.
good to see you, and someone goes, better to be seen than viewed, because you get viewed at your funeral.
Oh my God.
Better to be seen than viewed.
I don't want anyone going to my funeral.
Yep. Don't even fucking look at me. Burn me.
Wait, so you go, nice to see you, and they go, at least I'm not dead.
It's better to be seen than viewed.
Yeah, it feels like trauma jumping a
That
little
is
bit.
basically, the same as another day above ground.
Yeah.
Which is reserved for like depressed people and zombies. I guess.
How you doing?
Any day above
Or a
ground.
miner who has the day off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Another day. Thanks. Glad I'm not dying from coal
on,
exposure.
on that topic, we should put kids back to work.
They're all quiet quitting the mine and the chimneys.
That's usually, yeah, okay.
That's
Living
gotta
the dream.
hurt. When you're
Living the
like,
dream's awesome. I go S.
S, yeah.
Whoa.
Okay,
It's
cool.
one of my favorites.
I did
This
not
is
know it applied. I thought it was a kind of a like living only positive. You know?
It's
It's
sarcastic.
sarcastic in the
Yeah.
most-
Yeah, this is one where I genuinely am learning. I'm living and learning right now.
Well, happy to educate you.
Yeah. Why I oughta, no one says this.
Really?
Yes, they do.
This is old timey.
Well, yeah, everyone, but they are quoting an old cartoon.
Why I oughta.
Why I oughta. It's yeah, I don't know. It's not really a white people. It's just a cartoon for
It is cool that it involves choreography.
Yeah.
Like, you don't say why I oughta. You've got to be like
threatening violence.
You're
Threatening
warming, you're
violence.
warming up
Old-timey
an
violence.
American. Yeah, the American dream.
This is a slapstick comedy word.
Right.
It's like, why I oughta.
Yeah. So I don't know. I give it like a C.
Yeah, I go D.
Is the implication it's like why I ought to like hit you so hard you go up and your shoes come off?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I think you can finish that sentence many different ways.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah,
I
yeah,
ought
yeah.
to punch you and then other things.
Put you below ground. Why I ought to bury you.
Why I ought to view your ass.
I never thought of the going to a funeral
Better
as
to be
viewing.
seen than viewed.
I've never heard that phrase.
What?
Better to be seen than
The
viewed.
Oh, yeah,
full
so
of
that all the
It-
time in
I
Swan.
do think I've heard it at least once before.
It's a good one.
to be seen than viewed.
Yeah.
I mean, I do see the body. You know, if I go to a funeral,
You're
that is
viewing
seen.
it, though. It's like a viewing. Is that what you
Yeah,
call it?
I'm reviewing it.
Yeah.
Mid.
Old. Old and looks sick, honestly. You look a little sick.
A little lazy, huh?
Are you on a diet?
Oh,
yeah.
No more.
Oh,
Mr.
this one
Nice Guy.
rules.
This is accompanied by like setting something down.
Right.
No more,
No
Mr.
more
Nice
Mr.
Guy.
Nice Guy.
Yeah, this is the white equivalent of taking your earrings off.
Before I was so nice, and you've now unlocked demon time.
No more.
Hope you
Mr.
enjoyed Mr. Nice Guy.
Yeah.
No more.
He's gone.
He's gone. Now I'm Mr. Mean Man.
Yeah, you should introduce the new one.
Yes. Dr. Jekyll.
No more Mr. Nice Guy.
No more Mr. Nice Guy.
Yeah.
I like this one, but I've never said it in my life.
I've never heard anybody say it
In earnest.
seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like there's no. I would need to find the in real life cavity between saying something cartoonishly and fun, and then like actually fighting someone.
This was like
little-
the kid that was like getting bullied in high school, and then he was like trying to stand up for himself, and then said something that everyone was just gonna bully him.
I don't care.
Yeah,
You
like
broke your elbow.
he thinks his life's a movie.
Right.
So he's like, no more Mr. Nice Guy.
And everybody's like,
They stuff him in a trash can.
he really said that shit. He thinks it's a cartoon.
It's the bubbling of his head in the toilet.
He's shaking his fist, being in the toilet.
Yeah. I like it for that image, but I've never said it, so I'm going C.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's a very fun one, and it is. I think it gets
fun.
the benefit of the cartoon, but it is.
It's sad that I can't think of a single time I've like heard it uttered, even in media.
That's not
I just
sad.
know of it. It's because
No
it's such
fighting.
a fun one.
Yeah.
It would be fun to actually get used, but
Start working it
unfortunately-
into the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey.
Do you think when we fight?
Hey, stop giving me ideas. It's gonna be no more Mr. Nice Guy. Now I'm doing the way on
it's a
also
Brooklyn guy.
combining lots of things.
Oh, you
more
bet
Mr.
you're
Nice Guy.
Yeah.
Better to be viewed than seen. No, okay.
Or I guess if a really nice guy was not being nice, you'd be like, no more, Mr. Nice Guy.
No more, Mr. Nice Guy.
Mr.
You're too
Nice.
nice.
You're love bombing me.
You're being tickled. No more, Mr. Nice Guy.
I have too many gifts in my house, Mr. Nice
Oh,
Guy.
Mr. Nice Guy, cease, please.
Let me box some of that up, so you can take it home. No more, Mr. Nice Guy.
No, please.
Come on.
I'm allergic to nuts. Stop giving them to me.
Newsflash, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
rocks.
Yeah, this one's
I'll say
awesome.
this one.
Yeah.
Newsflash, buddy. You're fucking stupid.
It's literally our friends. It's like newsflash, buddy. You're an asshole.
It's not like a news. It's just an insult after it.
Splash. I don't like you.
Or it's just something like somebody gets really wrong.
Yeah.
And you're like, newsflash, buddy. It's 2024. We don't have to do that anymore.
Right.
You know, something
Or
like
tells
that.
you something everybody knows.
Yeah.
Yeah, we already knew that.
Oh, do we have Captain Obvious in here?
Oh.
We give a lot of like, jobs to fake people.
A lot of military
It's like Mr. Doctor,
Mr. Captain.
Sergeant?
Captain.
Yeah.
Hey, Captain.
Newsflash, buddy gets an A for me.
I go S on it.
You do say it?
I say it, but not serious.
Maybe once a year.
Yeah, like once a year.
Once a
But that's
year.
actually
Christmas.
a graceful aging of a phrase, because like upon introduction, maybe it wasn't ironic, but now it
Not
has a
at
new
all,
life.
yeah.
Yeah,
Newsflash, buddy.
This mattered
It's my
when the
birthday.
news was a thing.
Yeah.
Hey, newsflash, buddy. I just read something that you can't read.
Newsflash, buddy. January 6th.
Extra, extra, buddy.
The Great War is over and a new war has begun.
And again, it's the Germans.
Unfortunately, again.
Newsflash, still Germany. Still fighting them.
Newsflash.
If only there were a text-based social messaging platform that they could use to get out their aggressions.
Like the everything platform.
Newsflash, buddy. I got a pocket full of posies.
Mickey Mouse featured with Mario from the video game, smoking weed and counting cash.
I like your news voice.
That needs to be a sketch of this, like the old time newscaster
That's true.
doing new stuff.
So I used to do improv. And like that was like a
Newsflash.
character voice I would go to so often.
That's good.
And Anastasia knows our one of our producers. She's in Kenya right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You laughed after that.
That's where I keep
I don't know
getting talked
how
about.
maps work. Projections, it's all around. No, but and so I used it so much back in the day that I like put it away. And now it's
Put it
back.
away?
Yeah, I was like, I got that's becoming too much of a thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like overused. I need to work on other stuff.
I have
huge.
one voice I do just like a nerd voice.
Yeah. Oh.
But you know what I'm talking blah blah. It's like
I mean
that.
the lisping nerd I do, of course.
The weird one that Trump ends up doing for that one like Twitter
When he
call.
talked
or
to
whatever.
Elon Musk. He's trying to sound smarter, I think.
Hello, sir, Mr. Musk. I love that he said that to Theo, where he was like, turns out or Theo said it to him. He's like, turns out the cost of having a clear voice is $44 million. Said that about Elon to Trump because Trump's mic was all messed up.
Yeah.
And he's like, Elon, it seems like his was fine.
What a bully.
And he's like, turns out it cost $44 million to like truly have a voice.
Trump's like
Badass.
reasoning too was like, I did it on my phone and there were millions of people in there, and that's a lot for a phone to handle.
That is too
And I was
much
like,
data.
what is he thinking? What's the logic here? He's
a-
like, they weren't all in your
It's a
phone.
kilobyte per person.
It is like there's no reason that he should have ever learned anything about computer networking. That is cute. It is unfortunately cute.
My phone's getting really heavy.
Yeah.
It's full of people.
He doesn't understand. He's never been on Discord. You know what I mean? He stopped at Instagram and Facebook.
My phone got hot. It's at too many people.
Yeah.
Captain Obvious,
I just threw that in there because I was like, oh, that feels similar to Newsflash.
It feels white.
It does feel white.
Relax.
It's your list,
Jesus
man.
Christ.
For some reason, with those
it's your
two,
word.
with those two, I kind of pair with "You're on thin ice."
Oh,
You're on thin ice, pal.
wait,
Yeah.
how many can you combine it? Hey, Captain Newsflash, Captain Obvious, you're on thin ice.
You'll be viewed, not seen.
Now listen here, pal.
Why I oughta?
Yeah, I give "You're on thin ice" as an S. For me.
Yeah,
I
that's a
love
good
that
one.
because it's visual.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Like, don't go skating.
It paints a picture.
Don't go skating right now.
Yeah, hey, you're on thin ice.
I
Be
feel
careful,
like this
please.
one has been said to me by an adult before.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it's universal, but like
Yeah.
when you're nervous, like let's say you're living with a roommate who's like
Yeah.
super passive and
Yeah, I
they hate
feel
you
like I'm
and
on
you say
thin
you're
ice.
walking on eggshells.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Eggshells
I like
is-
that one because I don't really get it.
I've described, I think.
Because in the world of walking on eggshells, you somehow
Crack through.
if you're very delicate, you don't break them, even though 100% of the time you do.
Yeah,
I'm being so
I've
tactful.
never thought about that. How do you walk on? What do you mean walk on?
Yeah.
eggshells?
Politely.
Gonna crack. Yeah.
Okay, cautiously and nicely.
Clean up your beard trimmings.
Or like you're trying not to be heard.
Yeah.
So you're trying to break them in a way that.
Oh, I thought you meant I'm trying not to be heard so the eggshells don't shatter from your voice.
Right. Well, 10x louder than the average
Oh, that's a
European.
good point. I'm gonna give walking on eggshells an S for me because I think it is like I say it quite a bit.
yeah, I
Like,
think that one's universal. I don't think that one's
though I feel as though I often say, oh, I feel like I'm walking on eggshells with this like type of thing. This situation.
yeah.
I don't think I've given the transgressive like, hey, you're on thin eggshells. Tread ice, Captain.
you're walking on thick ice, buddy. You do whatever you want.
Hey, news ice, Captain Eggshells.
You're walking on the middle bit of the egg, which makes no sound.
You're walking on yolks, I guess.
Yeah, and that's gross.
Oh, yuck.
Oh, your feet are covered.
Yucky.
Using a metaphor to
You got
describe.
sticky feet.
You got sticky feet, bro.
Yeah,
Now listen here, pal.
that one's very casual.
Really?
Like, I feel like people still say it more than some of the other like old timey.
Yeah, but
Now
you're
listen
about
here,
to get
pal.
a whole bunch of bullshit. You're about to get either shit you already know or you're going to be like just told something you don't want to learn in the first place.
Yeah,
Now listen
it's-
here, pal.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
like,
very
okay.
confrontational, right?
Yeah.
It's like reprimanding. It's also kind of an older person talking to a kid.
Yeah, they're
a lot
like
of the time.
pulling rank a little
Hey,
bit.
kneeling
Yeah.
down, maybe. Hey, listen here, pal.
Yeah, or you've
That's
already
a nice way to do it. I
You
think.
keep this
That's
out.
like they're
feels
gonna
like it could
teach you
go in.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do it like nice, like, now listen here, pal. If you keep cheating, I'll kill you. I'll snap your neck. You know, like nice.
I feel like it's usually followed after a younger person interrupts an older person at least once, and then they'll like set the tone. Now listen here, pal. You're done talking.
Yeah.
Oh, like they're going like, well, you know, what we need to do is organize. They're like, no, I don't want to. Hey,
Listen here, pal.
listen, you're up for a newsflash, Captain Obvious.
I had a neighbor who had a long gray ponytail and rode a motorcycle. And his name was Bruce, and he always said, "Boys will be boys."
That's good.
And it was the type of guy who would say, "Now listen here, pal."
That
That
is
is
good.
cool.
I still hear that one from like my mom's friends.
Oh yeah.
Like anytime I'm talking about something to my mom, like one of my friends did, and they'll just be like, "Nah, boys will be boys,"
Yeah.
and I'm like, "We're 30."
Yeah, I was gonna say it feels like
boy.
it,
That's
it
not
lets
how it
boys
works.
off the hook a little bit.
It allows grown men to be children for a moment.
Yeah. Having a phrase, it's like you realize, like people are like, the patriarchy, does it exist? We have a whole phrase that allows that allows men to do whatever they want.
Well, also,
well, I mean, boys will be boys.
it's
Well,
not
it's
men to
locker
be
room
men.
talk.
Yeah, exactly.
Locker
He
room
got
talk.
drunk and crashed a car into a house. And boys will be boys. They like going fast. They like drinking.
Why you get a car that fast if you're not going to drive it? Yeah, I've been drinking, but I'm also not at home.
Newsflash, buddy. I wasn't at home. I had to get there somehow.
When I drink at home, they tell my sponsor.
You're making me feel like I'm driving on eggshells.
It didn't happen.
I knew this was going to happen.
I'm driving
By the
in
way,
thin ice.
we were just going to start combining it.
Now, listen,
all right,
what's-
Listen to your pal gets a C for me.
really?
See?
I say we speed round it and,
Yeah.
and we stop on any that we really want to dig into.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that.
C here.
See.
Now, see it, pal.
Barking,
Barking
up the wrong tree.
Loving it. Don't
Love it.
I don't hear it, but I feel
What
like you might.
we talked about the origins of this one, right?
Yeah, so like when you're like raccoon hunting at night with hound dogs or something, they'll pin them in a tree, they tree them, and they'll stand at the bottom and go, "Ooh," and the raccoon gets scared as fuck, and you walk up under it and you shoot it. And if you're barking up the wrong tree, your dog has now treed like a bear or a mountain lion, and you walk up and it's like,
Dude, you can't put it that.
That's
when you see a
like-
bear in the tree.
That's I've never hunted or anything, so it's like a hard thing for me to imagine. But the idea of like stun locking an opponent and
it's
like
such
comboing them out with your dog.
it's such a lazy form of hunting.
Yeah.
I am still friends with people from Facebook that'll be like, good night out in the woods, and it'll be the bed of a truck
Oh my God.
with like 25 coyotes and like 40 raccoons. And I'm like, what are you going to do with all that? They,
You
sell
making
they sell
hides?
the skin.
Okay.
To the local blacksmith.
I was
Make me a pair of boots.
yeah.
I gotta build hide armor for the wall.
RuneScape.
My wife needs a coat.
Great day out on the night, and he's got like ebony armor, some diamonds.
Yeah.
I need 35 new hats. I'm gonna go out hunting.
Dude, I only ever go out hunting when a quest giver with a big exclamation mark over there tells me to.
There's a rare elk in these woods.
10 rats, and I'll give you a stone pickaxe.
That's like what my Pokemon box looks like when I'm shiny hunting.
Oh,
you know what
come
I'm
on.
saying,
This guy
nerds?
over here. Don't call me a nerd.
Hey.
Shout out Cole Anthony.
Shout out Skunky.
Barking up the wrong tree is good.
I really like it, and it helps that we have the etymology too. That's like a
That was fun.
Yeah. That's like when someone's starting to piss you off. Hey, you're barking up the wrong tree,
Yeah.
pal. I'm
wait.
packing.
When somebody's like,
And I'm about to shoot you with a gun.
Why I oughta.
Why I oughta.
you're barking up the wrong tree, and as you remember, I hunt.
Yeah, or you just like hear that someone's a little crazy and your friend's
Yeah.
messing with them, and I'm like, I think you're barking up the wrong tree.
Right.
They're going to snap.
Yeah.
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah, don't. He is not a common raccoon. He's not a fat little guy with leathery hands.
I guess
Loves hot dogs.
He will not fit in the bed of your truck.
I give this an A.
An
Yeah,
A?
I go A.
Cool. Yeah, let's do it.
I don't know how do we feel like our score distribution has been? Feels pretty balanced.
I'm pretty good with it.
Yeah.
Watch it, Buster.
Watch it, comma something feels common, but what Buster?
Watch it. Yeah, I'm gonna go C
Buster
on this one.
sucks.
I like Buster,
I don't like
but
Buster.
I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know.
We had an old
Buster was like a
coworker named Buster, and
character
his
on-
book is right here.
Buster's book?
Yeah, one of our coworkers, or
Oh, I see
coworkers
it.
named Buster.
Is
Oh.
it intended
Buster
to
Benson.
be just a guy? If you're called Buster,
Yeah, you're a Buster. You're
Buster
like a
Brown.
Yeah,
It's
you're
just
Buster
like a, it's like a
Brown,
random
yeah.
name.
Yeah.
I do
Hey,
like that
Buster
more.
Brown.
Hey, watch your mouth, Buster Brown.
Yeah,
You know?
Tony
Never
tells
heard
my
that
dog
one.
Buster
I mean,
Brown.
I've decided no
all
one
the
has.
time.
You
Yeah, he
call him
goes,
Buster?
"What's up, Buster Brown?" Tony like pets my dog and
I
says
do
that.
like Buster Brown. That's fun.
Son of a gun.
This is a classic.
It is so weird though. Like you will like trip or lose something, and you're like, son of a gun.
I feel like
Who's
it's
the
better
son,
than.
and why is its parent a gun?
Wait, who's Gun's son?
Yeah,
It's a smaller gun.
It's a bullet.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of tiny little
Is
bullets.
it a bullet?
that's more like the gun's cum.
Yeah.
Because you're about to
Okay.
blow a
So
load
it
on someone.
Cum of a gun.
And it fertilizes
a
kills
person.
someone.
Son of a cum. That's just a son.
Yeah.
Gun.
I don't like it. It's confusing.
Yeah.
And as much as I've talked about guns, I don't like them.
It lands
Yeah.
in the realm. When you say it's like, I just can't find that. Son of a gun. Cute. Never actually hear it.
Yeah.
One of the only regional phrases that changes when I go back to the UK. If I'm wandering around, can't find my keys here. It's like, man. If it's there, I go, come on, mate.
Come on, Nate.
Come on, mate.
Yeah, but that is at least like pleading.
Please,
Yeah,
mate.
you're pleading-
Like, come
you're
on, Nate. Where
pleading
is
to
it?
the
It's because it's
gate.
my tall friend holding them up.
This makes no sense.
Yeah, son of a gun is like nerdy for some reason.
son of
It's
a
just kind of
gun.
like, son of a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoever says this doesn't own a gun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which means I don't respect them and they get an F.
Yeah, I'll go low on this. I'll give it an F. We haven't F'd one yet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
we
give it
needed
a-
an F.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tell me about it.
I love
Dag
this one.
nabbit.
I love this
Dag
one.
nabbit.
Dag nabbit.
That one's got to have an interesting history that maybe is bad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
know.
probably. But I feel like it's just like
It's probably the name of a
mash
guy.
of like God
God
dang
damn
it.
dang it.
Or
Yeah.
God
another-
damn it.
It's
Yeah.
another dang.
It feels like a way to not use the Lord's name in vain.
It seems like so many of those to the point where I'm like, he's gonna know. You can't trick
He's not
him.
that stupid.
Gosh
Right.
darn. I'm like, you fucking, that's me. You just did it.
I used to love that in TV shows when they'd bleep out God and not damn.
Yeah.
Like it'd be like beep damn.
Yeah.
It doesn't make me feel like a particularly good person, but we are, in my household right now, we are very SVU Pilled. We continue watching that show. It's a little less propaganda than the others, but it is very bad.
I love Burn Notice. That's kind of like a cop
Burn
show.
Notice. Aziz Ansari has a bit about Burn Notice in his 2010 stand-up special.
Was that show popular
An
enough
Intimate
for it to be
Evening.
It was number one show in the country, yeah.
Have you?
SVU watching.
There's an SNL sketch. The famous SNL sketch is they just do a game show called "What Is Burn Notice?" and the host is like Bill Hader, and he's like, "Burn Notice was the most watched show last year in all of the U.S. My question for you today, contestant number 1, is what is Burn Notice?" And then the person's like, "Oh, my cousin watches it. I guess like nobody knows what it is."
Is it about firefighters?
No, it's about a guy who gets burned. He's like he has high security clearance, and then he gets all of it taken away, and he still has all the skills of like a secret agent.
Oh, hell yeah.
But he ends up doing like really like trivial stuff around Miami. Like he'll help a lady who like there's like a peeper, and he'll like find out who it is. And like he uses all his skills just to solve like singular people's problems. And his mom is always nagging him. She's like, "Why don't you come see me?" And he's like, "I'm solving crimes." Oh, yeah. And then he runs over and he's like, "Bitch, this is how you use the blender." And it's like, Jesus.
I'll go back to the cartel, okay?
I do like that does it escalate? Because there's many seasons of it, right?
No,
just
every
one?
episode is so formulaic. It is like a joy
like a Law
to
and
watch.
Order
It's a
situation.
joy to watch.
You described it to me as basically a soap opera.
Yeah, it is. It's very
so,
soapy.
like, it's just so formulaic.
Yeah.
like,
That's
like a
so funny.
Lifetime movie.
Yeah, there's
you know?
a problem in town that is very small that he's using way too high of skills to solve. There's a love interest, his ex, who's like they're kind of in and out. What's her name? Faye?
Is the lead actor
Fiona.
named Josh
Fee.
Duhamel?
Is that, yeah.
Josh Duhamel sounds right.
Maybe.
And then his mom,
I think so.
his mom always calls him, and then he
Because-
has like a local guy, PD guy, that's like kind of like a shitty big white guy who's like, you gotta start rigging horse races with me.
There's always one of those as the evasion to like, hey, this is like a cop show that says like cops are sick. It's like, no, there's an ugly one. Yeah, in SVU there is like an ongoing trope of, for some reason they still keep using words that I thought were not for TV anymore. And one of them is, I mean, I don't really want to say it, but
Please.
the R slur. As people call them.
Actually don't say
that one.
The guy,
No, please.
the guy has like a child in a vice grip with a gun to its head. They come in and they're like, "Where'd you put Elizabeth? Let him go and show us the other. We need help finding the other kids." And the guy goes, "I ain't telling you jack, you beep." You dang beep.
That's crazy.
He's cool.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is cool.
Doesn't hate free speech.
That's crazy.
It is weird that they bleep asshole too and not ass. I did just want to say that.
ass
You add
and
the
damn.
whole, it's too visual. The whole thing's fine.
It is. There's a book about how everyone has one and uses it.
Yeah.
Famously.
Ass and damn kind of exist in this like liminal space of curse words where like it felt like the FCC was not like didn't know.
Dagnabbit isn't that good to me. I know you like
No.
it.
I like it. It's like a B for me.
That's
Okay,
fine.
yeah.
All right. We wrap it up with one single hitter. Anything in here jump out to you? We could.
Let's do a lightning round. You know.
Yeah.
Looky here sucks.
C, like D.
See,
Oh,
yeah.
D.
Hate when people say, "Oh, looky here."
Shucks.
Shucks kind of sucks
Shucks
too.
is cute though.
Cute
Shucks
southern
is
though.
cute.
Only shucks I like
shucks.
is oysters. That's like a C for me.
I like when people know when it's like, "Oh, shucks." Like,
Yeah,
you
I
shouldn't
think there's a
have.
cute way of saying it.
You know, you get a gift.
Shucks.
I like a seafood restaurant called Mother Shuckers.
Yeah, okay.
That's cute to
Do
me.
you get more shucks being from the south by any chance?
No, I think I don't know where Shucks.
You guys
lives.
get like, peaches. Or something.
yeah in Georgia,
fuck.
everywhere.
That's just what they have in Georgia.
Yeah.
Oranges.
It is kind of
like
it is kind of a meme in Atlanta that like every street is Peachtree Street.
Yeah.
There's so many Peachtree streets.
I'm glad you put in parentheses under the next one, by the way.
Yeah.
Because white people saying that could go a lot. I'm glad you put snacks.
White people phrases, get these away from
get
me.
these snacks out of my neighborhood.
Get these away from me. I love when it's like my dad.
Oh,
He'll be
my
like,
mom is
get
like,
these away from me. I'm not eating any more pretzels.
She'll have a half bag of Cheetos. and
That's
then be
like I will say that in this office.
Yeah.
Referring to snacks, like we had one of our mods send us a bunch of Korean snacks. Not even joking. Not even joking.
Is that an issue?
And
I can put them upstairs.
it was a situation where I'm like, I can't have these. Like, get these away from me. Take these away.
Get away from me.
I'm just doing that to be safe. Just a little.
Okay. I'll give this an S.
Yeah,
I think that's
S.
a great one. Oh,
This ain't my first rodeo. Rocks.
Amazing.
Yeah, I love this one.
Because I tweeted this once, but I was like, me at my first rodeo. What the hell? What the
Is that a horse?
What's going on?
Why is there a clown in the pen with a bull?
It takes 2 rodeos to understand.
Like, oh, it's like a bull. I get it. Okay, right.
Have you guys seen bull poker?
Sorry.
No.
Well,
There's a classic rodeo game where the clowns and cowboys will play a game of poker in the center of the ring, and they'll let a bull out, and they'll be sitting there, and then the bull will choose one, and it'll flip the chair or the whole table sometimes.
Oh my
But
god.
they play like a whole game of poker, and there's a loose bull. It's awesome. You guys should watch it later.
it's funny to call it a bull, a poker rodeo. It's just poker at a rodeo.
Yeah, it's poker in the center of the rodeo.
You guys in poker soccer? Poker, play
I'm
poker
gonna
right here.
give this ain't my first rodeo. At least a B.
Yeah, I go A.
All right, I'm down.
I'm an S on that
Okay.
one.
Ooh, can we give A plus?
Oh yeah.
Ass.
A plus is great.
Okay.
Yeah,
Anywho,
did you say
Oh, this one's awesome.
see the next one. I'm not saying.
Yeah, I'm not saying that.
I'm not touching it. I see what you guys did. You tried to trick me.
God, some of it's so fine. Like it's so allowed, and then just
I love the cadence of. Anywho,
Yeah.
anywho.
You've been rambling on, and now it's
Anywho.
Anywho, I'm boring you.
Yeah. Anywho, I'll see you Friday. Gotta
love
go.
what-
Bye
I
bye.
love when like an old lady it just is like, anywho, you don't care about my old stories,
Yeah.
and then like
Yeah.
goes like, you know.
And I'm like,
That's
yeah.
great.
Newsflash. Get the fuck out of here.
Newsflash, lady, I don't give a shit.
I have an early school day. They've got us going over there at 7 a.m.
Is anywho, because there is the like, anywho, and then there's the more cartoonish version, I feel like, of anywho.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or is that like anyway more maybe? Like,
Yeah, it's almost that's like you're almost sliding into like the realty of a conversation.
Right.
You've done your small talk, then it's like, anywho, she.
Or it's just awkward. You're just like, anywho.
Yeah, let's get out of this conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
flexible.
it's multi-
versatile. Yeah.
multifaceted.
It's a bridge.
It's
you know?
that came out wrong.
Yeah.
That came out wrong.
I go B here.
I'll go A.
It's a B.
Glossing over the next one.
Why? What a
Obviously,
say
an
a bit
S.
of it.
No,
It's a
thing.
thing. Yeah. Thing AMA.
Wait, Jacob, I know, not to derail. Can we Google the origin of that word? I am so curious.
Can you guys say it so that they know what we're talking about?
Careful how you spell it.
No, because it could also be.
The first use of it was in a casket? Oh no, in casket. Okay. Or cascade.
Better to be seen.
Comes from Old High German.
Well, like,
Thingum. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense that it's German.
And then jig did refer to mechanical devices. I remember that. Anyway, it's thingamajig. We just wanted to be or it's
Thingamajig.
Thingamajigger, which is like you didn't need to add that extra sauce on it. Yeah, yes. Like we were already there with thingamajig.
it is just so unnecessary. I mean, I've heard thingamajig and been like, it works for the same thing.
Yeah.
You've completed the mission. Saying it thingamajigger doesn't tell me anything else.
Yeah.
It's not. I thought is that different than just this is a thingamajig? I thought. Is it like a profession?
No, I think it's just like a
whatchamacallit.
Oh, you're saying like this is somebody who makes thingamajigs?
yeah, like it sounds like a professional role.
This is their job.
Yeah, my dad. Yeah, he worked
This is
30
thingamajigger.
years in the factory. He was a thingamajigger. Yeah.
Yeah, I like a lot of these words though that are like knick-knack.
Yeah.
you
That was
know.
close.
Oh, that's close.
What is paddywhack?
Paddywhack, give a dog a bone.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah.
Knick-knack, paddywhack. Paddywhack feels to me like a playful spank.
And maybe
Hey.
the hating the Irish-ish.
Yeah, maybe.
Paddywhack.
Paddywhack's a state of rage.
Oh, often capitalized dated slang Irishman. Or paddy dialectical, chiefly England.
Oh wait, but at the top
So
it
it's your
said something
fault.
about a cattle,
Most slurs
right?
Chiefly England is like sounds like an NPR podcast that you would host.
Yeah, explaining slurs.
Welcome to Chiefly
It's a
England.
ligament in cattle.
What's going on with these? Why were people in the past just riffing?
Well,
Oh,
nothing else to do.
wait. It can be a
Cow.
good shoe for dogs and help clean their teeth. Paddywhack, give
It's
a
like-
dog a bone.
Ah.
It's like a dentist stick.
Yeah, it's like those greenies or whatever.
Yeah, greenies.
Yeah, greenies.
The knick-knack part feels a bit worrying, though, doesn't
But
it?
knickknacks are
Things, anything.
things.
I will
Why?
say,
Knick-knack?
Why are
Like,
they things?
what do you call them? There's something.
Whatchamacallit? A thingamajig.
yeah.
Something with a CH.
Tchotchke.
Tchotchke.
Yeah.
Love that one.
I literally I tweeted that one time too, just the screenshot of the synonyms
For knickknack.
for whatchamacallit or whatever for
Yeah,
knickknack, and it was like the funniest list of words I've ever seen. Like there were a bunch that I
Like
learned.
just nonsense collections of letters.
Yeah, it was like flim flam, you know.
I say flim flam. I think I've said flim flam.
I've heard you
The
say
Flim Flam sauce is a great song.
Yeah.
Yeah,
With the Flim Flam sauce
Oh my God, bleep that.
on the side.
you know it. I don't know it.
Come on, sing it with me.
I don't know it. You know.
All right, ready? All right, speed run. Thingamajigger, that gets a D.
A question mark for me.
Not
sure.
Never heard of it, wouldn't say it.
Yeah. Ready, Freddy, D.
Yeah.
Whoa, I'll give it a C.
Cool your jets, I want to give a B.
Cool, this is
Cool Your
fun.
Jets is B.
I kind of like that.
Yeah, you're talking to somebody and you're like, hold on, you are a rocket
I like Hold
right
Your
now.
Horses better.
Hold your horse.
You're on thin eggs.
Yeah, Hold Your Horses is better. Take a Chill Pills in the same vein.
Yeah.
I got a
Get a
kid.
load of it.
Oh, get a load of this guy is awesome.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I got a kid to slap me in the face because I told him to take a chill pill.
Yeah,
And he was like, he literally hit me
show
and
you
went,
a
"That's not a thing."
Sure it is. Ever heard of a Perk 30, pal? Chill you out. You'll be itchy, but you are not going to hit me. I guarantee you.
Get a load of this guy.
Cattywampus is not a white person phrase.
What
That's
is
just
that?
a word for like askew.
Well, I gotta tell you, brother, neither of us know what it is. Based on a census.
Thanks for calling me brother, by the way.
sorry,
The
pal.
cattywampus is like this. It's like at an angle.
Yeah, kind of a brother to me.
It's like he walked out all cattywampus.
I have no one else.
I got you.
I do know Catty Corner.
Is that the same?
I don't
I feel
think
like
it's
that's cat a corner, right?
Catty corner is like
Catty Corner
a
is
little
like,
like this.
across from. I always thought of it as like cat, like when you'd be like saying, I don't know.
Like parallel.
Cat a corner is like in a direction, right?
I'd
Yeah,
say
catty corner is like off center, but across the street.
yeah,
right?
like across. Yeah, diagonally. Yeah, I've always used
It's
it as
diagonal,
diagonally.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, it's crazy that we have had no bad results on the etymology searches so far. You
surprisingly. Yeah.
It should be like.
guys are pulling behind.
Get a load of this dates back to the slave trade.
Somehow.
Yeah.
I will say, get a load of this guy. I'm like, I don't know what that means.
Right.
What's
Get
the
this guy
load?
away
When
from
you
me.
get a load, you're taking a look at it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't have to be looking at him to get a load of him.
How?
We talked about it earlier.
on your
Reverse
back.
cowgirl.
On your
I'd
back,
rather
yeah.
not get a load. Okay.
Depends how many arms you got.
I am.
All right. Chill pill.
D.
D.
It doesn't exist.
Get a load of this guy. C.
C.
S.
Okay.
Forget
C/S.
for me.
The biggest disparity so
Yeah,
far.
the biggest one, yeah.
C.S. Lewis.
Hold your horses to me as an S.
Yeah, I want to give that an A. Actually,
Hold
I
your
love that
horses. I'm going A on that.
Cattywampus isn't a phrase. It's just
Yeah,
a
that,
word.
that one gets not in/A.
Yeah.
Yeah.
North America, please.
I do love that word though. It's so funny to say.
it's
Like,
awesome.
he walked out all cattywampus.
Yeah.
You know?
But we love it. Yeah.
But
But we love it.
Honorable
mention.
love.
Hey,
Yes.
get these guys away from me, but I'll love them.
Yeah.
Are we at the end?
That's it.
Oh,
Damn.
sweet.
Better to be seen than dead.
Yes. Thank
Thanks
you for
to all of
including
our
us.
viewers.
Viewer at home.
We are now in a casket, proverbially.
Yeah, thank you for. I guess because it is in the future and we are being viewed. Ouch.
Right, we are being viewed. Yeah, it's better to be seen right now than viewed, but we do appreciate the viewers.
Let's say it's.
Yes, we do.
I don't have a lot of time left.
Yeah.
oh,
None of us do.
Viewed forever.
on this mortal plane, on this spinning rock in space.
Yeah, this flat rock spinning around.
Hold on,
Hold
it's
your
a
horses.
disc.
Yeah, thanks for having us, y'all.
Oh,
Yeah,
thanks
no,
for
this
coming.
was a pleasure.
Do you guys have any pluggables?
HiveMind.
HiveMind Unlimited.
And HiveMind.
HiveMind Cheap Seats.
Cheap Seats.
It's coming soon.
Yeah.
Wait, what's unlimited?
It's
Unlimited is
unlimited.
our second channel.
Oh,
Where we do not just music content.
Yeah, it's
and-
you've actually you've taken the limitless pill.
Yes.
which is like a perk 30.
Yes.
Yes.
And then we also have HiveMind Limited, which is our short form.
Oh, I like that. That's
and then
great.
Cheap Seats is our football channel that's coming soon.
Oh,
American football.
Oh.
You don't
One way
like
you
good
barely
West
use your
emo?
feet. Never touches the ball.
But yeah, thank you so much for having us.
yeah.
Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate it. Thanks for coming through, guys. And thanks to the whole entourage.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I cannot emphasize enough how many people are over there.
There's 15.
I'll name them: Eden, Kronk, Jay Sean, Tony, Freddie, George, Clinton, Grissom and Griffey.
And don't forget Hunter Veers.
Yeah, and Hunter Veers at home, who we love so much.
He's here with us at all times.
We end every episode of Sad Boyz with a particular phrase. We love you.
And we're sorry.
Boom,
That
we
was so
did
much
it.
better than I was. You crushed that, actually.
But don't touch that dial. That's the thing people used to say on TV.
Yeah, don't touch it.
Don't touch the dial because, or I guess you would have to touch the dial if you want to watch our post Sad Boyz exclusive Patreon podcast, Sad Boyz Nightz, which you can get for as low as $5 a month over on our Patreon. It will give you access to all the episodes. How many episodes are there, Jacob? Like 70?
Yeah, I think we're at like 75.
75. And they're all like 45 minutes to an hour plus. So
Good.
they're good, I think.
Better than
no,
this.
they're great.
Better than this trash.
This week, I am back from my trip. I went to Pokemon Worlds. There's a little drama.
Things you don't want to say on the public
Things
episode.
I'm afraid to say in public because I want them to like me. But, well, no, they won't not like me. It's just I have to talk about the tea. There's some tea.
And that makes them not like you.
No. They don't. I don't want them to hear that and think that
I
there's going to be
don't
something
like
bad.
you.
There's nothing bad
No one likes you.
unless. And also, we just as a heads up, we just like our scheduling in terms of like when this episode came out, we weren't able to mention it. Our merch is now live. Our Sad Boyz merch, our first Sad Boyz merch, is available now at sadboyz.store.
Picture.
There's going to be a link in the description. There's going to be pictures of us rocking the merch. We're super excited about it. We got shirts. We got sweatpants. We got
baseball cap.
I've been wearing all of this for the past week, and it's all very comfortable. More than the last week. I've been wearing
them a little too much, quite frankly.
yeah.
The sweatpants in particular have become a dangerously frequent rotation.
Yeah, the sensitive content sweatpants. If you subscribe to the Patreon, you'll actually be getting a discount of $5, so it offsets the cost of a month of the Patreon subscription. And there's also an exclusive colorway of the t-shirt that's secret and exclusive to patrons. So if you're interested in that, you can head over to patreon.com/sadboyz.
Unless you're scared, are you? You scared?
The merch is going to be linked below.
It's there. And it's there. Oh, another one.
All right, so we're heading over to Sad Boyz Nightz right now, and we'll catch you there. Or not. No, discretionary internet spending. Discretionary entertainment spending only.
Gucci girl, how you doing? How you moving, girl? Moving, girl. How's your day looking? That future girl, yeah, we on now. Take my money, go away, all you want it. Girl, too rich for me.